your information. So the spoon, take it back. Spoon, spoon, spoon dimension. Spoon, spoon, spoon Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Morovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon, you ain't know. The children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get the news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, more to spoon.
Of course, you tune into Spoon 107.5 FM. We're also live on other frequencies, including Fabric 101.1 and a host of other stations that are relaying this broadcast all across Liberia. For those of you watching us, you're watching us on our various online platforms. Super TV, Fabric TV, and then of course Spoon TV. On YouTube, our handle is Spoon Talk. My name is Diamond Slanger. It's a pleasure being here this Sunday night here from Liberia. Hope you had for yourselves a wonderful, wonderful Sunday for those of you here in the country, and for those of you around the other parts of the world that you go into your service or you just from your service. We'd love to say good day to you as well. This is how we start the show every Sunday since 2 Sundays ago. We now start the first segment with God Can Bless Anybody. And the second segment of the show is definitely the one-on-one with the CEO. I do see Pastor Raymond is in the background, and once he's ready, he will give me the thumbs up, and I'll bring him on the screen as well. There will be some few rules that we have to, but before I go into the rules, let me say hi to Pastor Raymond first. Good afternoon to you, Pastor Raymond. How are you doing?
Dama, how you doing, brother?
Asuba, alright, everything far, and
man, what you ate today, ba?
Today I only ate sandwich all day long. Yeah,
So
but I guess I'm gonna rest to the horse, you know.
Dama, what Dama something wrong with you?
What then?
You very queer sandwich.
Now about quick, but you know I'm trying to do my workout in the gym.
So you want low fan?
All right, inshallah, low fun.
No problem. How are you, man? How's the family doing?
The family is doing great. We're all good. I hope the same for you at your end. Some churches celebrated their Mother's Day today. I want to wish all those mothers who were, you know, that is recognized and given accolades and the rest. We say kudos to you and keep doing what you do.
Happy Mother's Day. And so everybody, again, be patient with Dama. Be patient with me. We're not trying to cheat anybody. We're trying to bless you. Okay? Today will be a little bit different. The question that when I be banjo, so don't get vexed. But we'll see what happens. Dama, you let me know what to do. We'll do it. And I banjo today.
Yeah, so there will be some few ground rules. The first one is put at least 5 minutes on your phone so that when you call, we can have a little bit of interaction before we move on. Secondly, there will be no double or nothing. Each person is just going to be entitled to 10 USD if you get the right answer to that question. So those rules, and please, let me make this disclaimer. We've sent people their money, those who won on the 11th and on the 18th of May. But there are some names, Pastor Raymond, that do not correspond with the numbers that were sent. Yeah, there are some names that do not correspond with the numbers that were sent, and because of that, we cannot transfer money to those numbers. Also, if you won and you send in an orange money number, to all those who want to send in orange money numbers, we will do that transfer on tomorrow because that was something that couldn't have gone through for us. So everybody who won and the numbers that you gave were orange money from the 11th to the 18th, you should expect your money on tomorrow. But for those of you who gave Lone Star numbers, you did get your money unless the name didn't correspond with the number, and then we'll have to make sure we don't send the money to the wrong person as well. So with that being said, Pastor Raymond, I'm set as you are, and we can kickstart the show.
I'm set. Let's kickstart it.
All right, so let's take this first person here. And again, we're not doing first 10 minutes women, second 10 minutes, third 10 minutes, and all that.
Everybody today.
Everybody can call. So let's take this person here first on the line. Hello.
Hello.
How are you? You say your name? Hello. Okay, so apparently we lost that person. We'll replace them with this person here. Hello.
Hello.
Yep. Your name and where you calling us from?
This is David Gardner from Oakland, Diamond Creek.
So clean. I got Diamond Creek there. Eh?
Yeah.
I think I need to
Dama that you knew.
Like I need going to the place. It's that time they were digging down here.
Oh.
Okay. Here's your question.
This is
Paul
my
had.
question. No matter go through.
Wait now. Let me ask a question back. So Paul had.
Let's hold on.
Paul had somebody that he used to walk around with to preach the gospel of Jesus Christ. What was Paul's friend name? Paul and who?
Paul used to walk around with one other man for them to preach the gospel.
You walk around with one other man?
Yeah, Paul.
And
what
what
the person
man
that Paul used to walk around with? That they used to be preaching together.
Paul used to walk around with Peter.
No, you're not. No.
Not Peter. Try again. At least you get one more attempt. Paul used to walk around with somebody. They used to be passing around preaching the gospel and everything.
He needs start with S.
It didn't start with S.
M.
S.
Samuel.
Who?
Say Samuel. No,
that's Samuel.
that's Samuel.
Today that I'm sorry, today that I'm
No, that's Joshua, papi. But thank you.
Start with S.
Person.
Okay.
All right, my brother. Thank you for calling from Diamond Creek. Let's take another person here. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Joseph Chokbale, calling from Pisane.
Joseph Chokbale.
Yeah.
Joseph, how you doing?
Joseph Chokbale. Pastor Raymond, 1 minute. Do you know any Lucina?
Yeah, that's my P sister.
So your B sister won last week and getting different number with different name. That the last thing made me to check on the number.
All right, that's my sister.
So tell your B sister to get a number like match or name. Like why we not send our money to her? But anyway, go ahead.
All right.
Tama can enjoy you, man. You correct.
No, just Pastor Raymond coming.
I think we'll let ask the question. Me and Dama thought they don't all. All right. How are you? Can you hear me?
I'll repeat the question, Pastor Raymond. Don't worry.
Same question. Paul had another apostle he used to travel around with. What the apostle name? Paul and who?
What the person that Paul needs to be walking around with, preaching the gospel and all of that. What the man need?
The person that knew to be passing around preaching the gospel.
With Paul, along with Paul.
The person's name is. Yeah, the person that you'll be passing around with Paul, his name is Peter.
No. One more try.
Yes.
Now, Peter.
I can try again.
Yeah, you can try one more time.
Yeah, try again. And I Peter. Look at the book. Look at the book of Acts.
Another person.
All right. And I Peter.
All right, Pastor Roman. Apparently, no light at that end. Let's take another person here. 0777 771075 0555 We will finish on time. 1 hour only has been allotted to us here on this segment of God Can Bless Anybody. Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you calling us from, please?
My name is Alpha Momo, calling from Johnsonville.
Alpha Momo.
Alpha Momo.
Okay. Pastor Raymond, the same question?
Yeah, Alpha Momo, same question.
Yes.
Paul used to walk around with somebody to help him preach the gospel to the Gentiles. What the other person name? Paul and who?
The other person is Paul and
Paul and who?
Paul and who?
Paul and Silas.
Oh.
You are correct. You win $10.
All right, you want $10 after Momo? Give me your number.
Yeah, this is my number 080
0880
51
51
68
68
91.
91. And this number is registered in your name, right?
Yes, Alpha Momo.
Good. Okay. Because
Yeah,
if it doesn't match, if it doesn't fit, it doesn't stick. And at OJ Simpson trial, when your lawyer was wearing the gloves, say if it doesn't fit, it doesn't stick.
No, if it does not fit, you must acquit.
Yeah, okay, cool. If it doesn't fit, you must acquit.
You must acquit.
Let's take this next person. Hello.
Yes.
Your name and where you calling us from?
My name is 13 Brian, calling from New Jersey.
13?
13 Brian.
Destin.
Oh,
Yes.
I thought you said 13. What can I need
Yeah,
13?
number, you know. I was kind
Yeah.
I said 13
All right,
Brian.
Destiny Brian. How you doing today, ma?
I'm okay.
Okay, here's the question.
Yeah.
Who were walking with Peter when they met the lame man? Peter and who went to pray? Then they met the lame man on the way. Who?
Peter and Paul.
No, man. One more time.
You can try one more time.
Try one more time for Dama Gebe. That song said, Peter and went to pray. They met a lame man on the way. Now who? Peter and who?
The lame man and on the road.
No, the lame man will finish with him. But who are we with Peter? Peter and...
No question. Like, I want to remember Peter and Paul's story.
Peter and Paul is the first in the Bible says so. No, that's correct. No, Peter and... Peter and went to pray. They let us...
Daniel.
But I can see he's too glad.
You can't ask somebody around you. You can't ask somebody around you. That
We'll have
song said
to-
we will sing. Okay, let's leave it.
Nobody
Let's leave
around you
it.
to help you. We'll have to move on to another person, sadly.
Okay. I'll call back.
You can call back.
Wow.
All
right,
right,
Kat. Thank
Sorry,
you.
Mama.
All right, we'll take this next person here. Hello? The one about a man moving, man dropping.
You said that what?
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Your name and where you calling us from?
Okay, my name is Hamilton Joe from Seattle.
Okay, Pastor Raymond, the same question.
Same question. When Peter was going to pray, he and somebody were going to pray together. They saw a lame man on the way. Who was Peter traveling with?
Who was Peter traveling
Hello?
or walking with when they met the lame man on the way and they prayed for him? Who was that? Who was walking with him?
You say who somebody was walking with somebody?
Hey, that
Please
dog.
repeat.
Peter and who were walking
Yeah.
and they met the crippled man, the lame man on the way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like who Peter was walking?
Peter
and who?
somebody was- yeah,
We
they
know that
met-
Peter is somebody, but like, who is somebody?
That is somebody didn't even want to know. We know that somebody.
Peter
Is it Peter and who?
Peter and Paul.
No,
No. Sorry.
no, not Peter
Yeah.
and Paul.
Mm-mm.
Not Peter and Paul.
Not Peter and Paul. Sorry. Next week, yeah.
You get one more trial. Only one more trial.
You can try one more time. One more time. Peter and who?
But Pastor Raymond, you can help.
What you
No
want me to
help.
spell it for you?
The man put it in song and all.
Peter and went to pray. They met a lame man on the way. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, rise up and walk. He went walking and limping. That Peter and who went? That one, the other disciple that Jesus used to love. Yeah. Jesus loved that disciple.
The Peter
That Peter and Matthew.
Sorry.
Okay, one more time.
Oh, Pastor Roman, one more time again.
Yeah, okay, no, let's leave it. Finish.
Pastor, please help me.
I just help you.
Yeah.
The man sang the whole song. In fact, he added the
I
second verse.
sang this song. You want me to spell the man's name for you, then you will pronounce it?
Yeah. Hello?
Okay, his name start with J. I finish.
Dama, please help me. You say, hey, this way.
It needs to start with J.
Okay, Peter and John. That Peter and John.
Oh, you Jack?
Peter and James?
Yeah.
He said J. Oh, you finish? No, Dama not give it to him. He said
Wait,
James.
Pastor Roman. Between Peter and John and Peter and James, that who?
I said John.
You sure that John?
Yeah, that
Oh,
John.
that's James.
Don't blame me, oh.
Okay, that John. Okay, that John. You right. Talk it.
Right. You give me your name and number here, Pastor Roman. You really have the mail.
Yeah.
No, I don't do it again. Talk it.
0880
Yeah, 83
83
28
28
57.
57.
Yeah, and the name is Hamilton J. George.
Hamilton?
Yeah, Hamilton J. George.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
What kind of name is that? What I meant from?
Yeah, Pastor Herman, before we move to the next person, let me make this clear disclaimer.
Okay.
We do not call, or we're not in the business of calling anybody who wins on the show to tell you, say, oh, we're sending your money, but you have to send something to activate for all to send you your money. No, we do not. If anybody calls you claiming that they're from the Spoon Network and you want on call can bless anybody, because people are taking down these numbers as well and tell you that, oh, pay something for you to get your money, or when you get your money, you must pay something. Please don't do it. We do not do that. We send you your money one time.
People are doing that, Emma?
Yes, I've gotten 2 or 3 reports about such. Yeah, so
Man,
please.
like, report, just stop scamming each other, man.
Hello?
Hello?
Your name and where you calling us from?
This is Peter Watson from the Borough. How you doing, Damo?
All right, Peter Watson, how are you? It's been a minute.
Yeah, I am.
I just see you get your comment work.
When I Damo, you know the guy?
Melvina, hold on 1 minute. Melvina, you got your money today.
That Melvina knock by again?
Melvina, you got your money today. 0887395921. I sent this morning before coming to the station. Melvina, couple.
That Melvina knock by?
Yes, it's no Melvina B number here. Melvina, couple, Cecilia, Orita, Lofty, Bishop, Samuel, Wilmon Cole, Solomon. Melvina, your name is here. You got your money. Peter Conley, Collie Mawalo. Yes. Pastor Raymond, please go ahead. We'll have somebody on the line.
Okay. Your question is how many times did Peter deny Jesus?
3 times.
Oh, you Jackie, I need Peter that one. Ask you that question. No problem.
So, Melvina, please, I know you receive it. So just write it. See when you commented that you didn't receive your money. Please write that you receive your money. Yeah. Peter Watson, give me your number. You got
Okay. 0776.
it will be there you go. You ain't got Lone Star?
Okay, then let me give you my sister Lone Star number.
Yeah.
086.
Yeah.
84.
84
10.
10.
66.
And what's the name on that number?
Benetta Flomo. But that man only going to let you on the first call up for you. You just want to put a call. As soon as you're in bottle, as the your phone went off. You really hear me here.
Benetta Flomo.
On the call, if you had the first call, wait, as how many did the floor do?
Sorry about that. She should have recharged better and at least to talk with the phone.
Network.
So
What you want to do now?
Yeah. Number 4. I mean, Peter, they'll lead the line for somebody else.
Man, that other pop ball, man. Peter, I pick you.
Benetta decided to put 1 million on the phone and then she then you want to preach kids. Hello?
Good evening, come on.
Hello, your name and where you calling us from?
I'm Henry P. and I call from 540.
All right, thank you, Henry. Melvina, thank you for acknowledging that you received your money.
Thank you, Malvina. Malvina, that job make I know from over 5 years ago.
No?
Don't worry about
Yeah, yeah.
it. Okay, here's your question.
I have a question.
Name 7 disciples.
Name 7 disciples.
Oh?
Yeah.
Name 7 disciples of Jesus Christ.
John, Peter, John, Peter, Ascarat. Oh my Lord.
You can't open your Bible. You ain't got a Bible near you.
No, I got Bawa near me.
Then ask somebody near you to help you now. You got
Your
John,
father
Peter,
near
and
you,
Ascaros.
right?
You
No,
need 4
nobody
more.
near me at work. Nobody near me.
You got John, Peter, and Ascaros. You need 4 more.
You get 3 already, so you remain ballon 4. You can make it.
Let me help you with 1. I said Thomas. Now you need 3.
John, Peter, Ascarat.
Thomas.
Oh my God.
Okay, I get you get Thomas that 4 now. You need 3
Remain
more,
3.
Papa.
Yeah.
Jesus, brother. Jesus,
God.
brother. Yeah.
I don't need again.
Yeah, no light. Okay.
If no light, we have to move on. Sadly,
Let's move on, Damo. No light. Today
all
I
right,
said
sir.
today that I
Another time you
Today is not
let's
Banjo.
take this next person. Yes, equal opportunity for all. Hello,
Hello.
your name and where you calling from?
From Lisa, calling from Kao.
Ominga.
From Lisa.
All right, we'll get a name later. Yeah, Pastor Roman, the same question.
But now I want 10 disciples.
How many?
I want you to name 10 of Jesus' 12 disciples. Name 10.
Okay. John, Samuel,
You say who?
Peter, Judas,
You say Samuel?
Judas, and Paul.
Start over. Because Samuel not part of the disciple, man. You say Samuel.
Start over and give us 10 of Jesus's disciples. 10, just 10.
Okay, 10. John, Samuel, Peter.
No, man. No, stop it. Samuel not part of it. Yeah, Samuel not part of it, man. Sorry. Try one more time now.
Okay. Peter. Saul.
You say who?
Judas. Saul.
No, Paul not part of it. No, man. Sorry.
Saul.
Saul said not part of it. I know Saul or Paul before Paul saw that one, and he still not part of it. Try again.
You can give me the question.
No, that they want to get. Today they're not banjo. I told you today no banjo.
I can't give you another question, man. Sorry.
They find somebody else. Yeah.
Okay, so we have to move on to another person. The numbers to call 07777 1075 0555 101075. The number again 07777 1075 or 0555 101075. Those are the numbers to call. Let's take this person here. Hello.
Yeah, good evening. How are you?
I'm doing good. Your name and where you calling us from?
I am Lansana Kroma calling from Johnsonville.
Lansana Kroma. All right.
Kroma. How you doing, Baba?
Yeah, what's the question?
I want you to name the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ. All
so
12 of them.
The 12 disciples of Jesus, or 12 of Jesus's disciples?
Name all
12, yeah.
All 12.
Yeah, let me try. We get Matthew, Mark. Sorry, we get Matthew.
No, Star Wars. Not part of it.
Matthew, Bartholomew, Philip, Andrew, Judah Iscariot, James, Thaddeus, okay, let me start over, please.
Yes, Star Wars. No problem. Take your time.
I get Peter, Andrew, John, James, Philip,
You say Stevie?
Bartholomew, Thomas,
No, don't say Stevie now.
Matthew,
Okay, go
James,
ahead. We'll come back to
Thaddeus, Simon,
that.
and Judah Iscariot.
You need
Hello?
11. You need one more now.
You get me?
You need one more. You need 11.
You got 11, so you have to give us all 12.
Okay, let me start over.
Yeah.
I get Peter,
Correct.
Andrew.
Yes.
Number 2 is John. Number
Yes.
4 is James. Number 5 is Philip. Number 6 is Bartholomew. 7 is Thomas. 8 is Matthew. 9 is James.
Yes.
10 is Thaddeus.
Yes.
11 is Simeon. And 12 is Judah Iscariot.
Yeah, you got it, brother. God bless you. You know your power, yeah. God bless you.
Oh, you got a good search engine. Because
Talk it. Yeah, that bought Google.
give me a number.
5 minutes data.
0888.
0888
10
10
11
11.
63.
I thought the next one was going to be 12. Your name, Lasana, right?
Yeah, Chroma.
Kroma.
Yeah.
I said that boy, okay. That boy breathe, correct. He get good data. Which one I know? I got me job there right now. They want about one ask, and no one will get it. I know.
Hello.
Hello.
Your name and where you calling us from?
I'm Miriam. I'm calling from Fiamma.
Miriam?
Yes.
You say you're calling from Fiamma?
Yes.
Okay, Miriam, I will make this easy for you. How are you doing? Miriam?
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. What's your
Miriam, what Miriam brother name? What Miriam brother name in the power?
What Miriam brother name?
Miriam brother name?
Who?
Aaron.
You know why you favorite? You know why you correct?
You correct.
You correct because that's true. That's the answer I was looking for, but you correct.
You're looking for Moses. You're looking for Moses.
I was looking for Moses. Yeah, I was looking for Moses. You gave me Aaron. No problem. That technique. No problem.
Get your number.
Last week Sunday I win. I'll get my money.
Miriam, which last week Sunday you won? There is no Miriam on this list.
They want Sunday. I don't tell them I'm no more there.
But how can your name be Helena and your name be Miriam at the same time?
Helena Daniel.
Hold on. Ma'am, excuse me, ma'am. Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
The number we have here registered to one Helena ends with a 7-8.
Yes.
Good.
One time I was on the 8.
5878, right? Mama, hold on now. Hold on. The number is here. It ends with 7-8, right?
Yes.
It's an orange number.
Yes.
When we started the show, I made it clear that all those who won and provided orange number, they've not received their money yet.
Okay.
Yes. So now that you've won again, meaning we'll send you $20. Okay. So just give me.
I'm the thing to the radio that I want to give.
No problem. No problem. We're just providing you the clarity. So
Okay,
now,
man.
which one are you now? Because yes, last week say you need Helena. Today I need
Elino
Marian.
Daniel, I'm a pony, Elino Daniel, I want for.
So which one? So the Marian I playing here.
Elino Daniel.
So then why you tell us your name Miriam for?
I tell myself, I'm listening to the radio that I want to hear you.
So why you say
No,
your
you say your name Helena Daniel, then you say your name Miriam again. Which one is it?
Elino Daniel, but I'm listening to the radio. I tell myself,
No, but what your name? You say your name Miriam. What your name Miriam for? Your name Miriam?
I read this number. You tell it to me.
Is your name Miriam? Or your name Helena? Which one? Yeah, but.
All right, so let's take this next person here. Hello.
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 You got me? Hello.
Sir, where you are is really noisy, but if you can get us, no problem. Your name and where you calling us from?
My name is Solo. I'm calling you from Tuesday, Friday.
Philip.
Hello.
You say your name is Philip?
Yeah, Solo. I'm calling you from Tuesday, Friday.
All right, Pastor Raymond, please go ahead.
Okay, Philip, how are you doing? Okay, Philip, in the Bible, Philip preached the gospel to somebody.
Philip, just
In the Bible,
hold on,
wait
and
some
you
more,
will get the question. Hold on.
in the Bible, Philip preached the gospel of Jesus Christ to somebody. Which country they were from? From Africa. Which country?
The person that Philip preached the Bible to came from an African country. Like which country the person from?
Come again.
Chief, the person that Philip preached the Bible to, one person he preached to, the person from Africa. Which are the African country that person from?
Mm-hmm. It's from this. It's from East Africa. It's East Africa. East Africa, Papa. You say Liberia? Look at the guy.
Huh? You say Liberia?
No.
Liberia?
No. Let that guy go. Liberia. No.
Yeah, not Liberia. Try again.
Tamo.
Yeah, I've been trying.
Did I just say Liberia?
But the man said Liberia.
Oh God.
Liberia
never in the power. Liberia ever in the power from where they?
I man love a country by Liberia.
Yeah, man. No, that guy made me weak, man. Liberia.
So we take another person.
Take another caller, please.
Hello.
Yeah.
Where you calling us from?
I'm David, calling from Boisson.
David?
Yeah.
Okay. So the same
y'all
question.
Y'all can tell me correct. So
what's
Philip,
the answer?
Philip preached of gospel. Yeah, you are correct. The other man said Liberia. From what?
So you know what can happen, Pastor Raymond? If someone is listening and the previous caller misses the answer, it's only fair you just go get the answer because you know the question remains. So the man just did who ain't got the answer.
I don't disagree with that. But what made that man in the power? What I made me weak?
Yes.
What's your number?
0888
0888
15 79
79
26
26.
26.
You want $10, yeah?
Okay, thank you very
David,
much.
thank you for calling.
Tell Pastor Raymond, thank you for the kind of
you are welcome, but Tamo, let me ask you a question here. Tamo, what made that guy think that bro in the power?
Is it what a man call a bureau?
What made him think like bro in the power? From where?
But the man decided to call Liberia now because he's in the country in Africa and because he loves his country so much. That's why he just said Liberia. It came out of instant.
Yeah, Liberia in the power. Sorry, and then we'll continue. Yeah, so that one part, the one that made me weak. Liberia in the power. That brought plenty other places, but not in the power.
All right, let's take this next person here. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
I beg you, man, please speak louder for us, yeah, so we can hear you clearly. Yeah.
Yeah, hearing you.
Your name?
Benita Flomo.
Benita Flomo.
Yeah.
So your brother just passed the phone to you?
Mm-hmm. That technique.
Pastor Raymond,
That
please ask a
technique.
question.
Say you want to do technique, I come do technique on you. So Paul and Silas went somewhere to this woman who used to sell purple robe. What her name?
The woman that Paul and Silas went to that used to sell, you say purple robe?
Yeah, they still call that Wayne. What her name?
The woman used to sell purple robe. What the woman name?
Come again?
All right, I'll come again one more time. Paul and Silas went to one woman in the Bible. The woman used to sell purple robe. What the woman name?
Mm-hmm. But I tell you, your brother playing. Oh, so I gotta ask you that question.
Say your brother doing pass to pass. You're the daughter. Yeah. I'll repeat the question once for you. Paul and Silas.
Yeah, your brother playing technique. What the woman name? The Bible says she used to
no light. We can't teach the question, but thank you for calling. She admitted that no light. So Solomon K. Numba has confirmed that he received his money as well. So the Numba family, you know, they've received their money. So the numbers to call 0777 77 1075 0555 101075. Those are the numbers to call. If you just joining the program, if you won on the 11th and the 18th of May, and you sent in an orange number for us to transfer the money to, we have been unable to transfer your money to you. But we're working on it. That Monday, we'll send you your money. All those who won with Lone Star numbers, they've received their monies, except for those whose names didn't correspond with the numbers for which they sent. For those names and numbers, we cannot transfer money because we do not want somebody to call later on and say number didn't match and it didn't get the money. Yeah. So if you send in an orange number, your transfer will be done on Monday. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Your name and where you calling from?
In the Slumpy Morva, calling from T-Field.
Love who?
Slumpy Morva.
Dillon Moba?
Yeah, Sulong, S-U-L-O-N.
Oh, S-U-L-O-N.
Yeah.
Pastor Raymond, you have Sulon on the line.
Okay, Sulong, how are you? Same question. Paul and Silas in the Bible went to preach the gospel to a lady who used to sell purple robes, purple regalia. What's her name in the book of Acts?
Just hold on. I'll repeat the question. Just be patient, sir. I'll repeat the question. Yeah. So, what the name of the woman that Paul and Silas went to in the Bible that at the time she was selling purple robe? What's the name of that woman? Are you there?
I think I can try on different questions, please.
No, we're not giving different questions. It's not optional. The questions are not optional. That is the question.
That's the question, Papa. Sorry, that's the question then.
Wow, my first time calling on the show for you to get me.
Yeah, I know it's not easy, but it is what it is. We cannot bend the rules for you, sir. So if you got anybody around you, you could probably ask them for the answer.
Ask somebody. Go look in the book of. Open your
I'm
Bible.
I'm alone.
Do you have your Bible? Do you have your Bible with you?
And bring someone else on the line.
Okay, I can call back.
Of course, you can call back once you're able to get through.
Call back and look in your Bible and call back.
All right, so let's take this next person. Hello.
Yeah, good evening.
Pleasant night to you. Your name and where you calling us from?
I'm saying Glado calling from Glado.
Okay, Sam. So the question stands. What's the name of the woman that Paul and Silas did go to and she was selling purple robe in the Bible? What's the lady's name?
Hannah.
Sorry, they're not even, man. It's not
Hannah.
Hannah. No.
Okay, it's okay.
One more try.
You can try again one more time. Why you think the woman?
Time.
No lie?
No lie.
Okay, so he's off the line. We'll take another person. Today, Panam Banjo. Hello?
No, today I said that I'm banjo today.
Your name and where you calling from?
My name is Kevin, so I'm calling from Corwell.
Kevin from Corwell. The question is the same. What's the name of the lady in the Bible that Paul and Silas did go to and she was selling purple robe, purple gown?
Purple lapa.
What money?
In the book of Acts.
Eh?
What did?
Who?
They're not Ruby. No, I beg you.
I said Ruby.
No.
Sorry, ma. Let's call up, Dama.
All right, so we move to the next person. Another question get hit. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
Yep, your name and where you calling from?
My name is Comfort Lingba, calling from Peace Island.
Comfort?
Yes.
Bring Comfort to the question now. What's the
name?
Comfort?
I want for it, but you see me say now.
Yeah, Pastor Ramon are just doing campaign at $10.
That one, that campaign thing, yeah, leave Pastor Ramon, don't worry, yeah?
Yeah.
DV, let's focus on the one today, yeah? Our campaign talk.
So I imagine the $10 came from us.
No, I saw it.
Okay.
That problem. That campaign now.
Yeah,
so answer the question now. What the woman name? Who are making the purple big clothes and the purple clothing in the Bible? And
there's a woman in the Bible that Paul and Silas went to. And then she was selling purple lapa, purple gown, purple big clothes.
Everything purple. Everything our purple. What her name?
Matalin.
Who?
Mary Matalin.
No.
Try again. Try again.
No, you really let people
try again. Try again.
Last one.
No, last one, Benegi.
Try again. Just for your baby, try again. Just for your baby, try again.
All right, then try again.
The roof.
Just for your baby. Try again. No, try again.
She will try again. Pass a remote for one.
Yeah, but my father my campaign again.
Pass a remote photo. Now what she trying to
go look in Acts chapter. Go look in Acts chapter 16. What wrong with you? Go look in Acts chapter 16. Real quick. Hurry up.
But she's no longer on the line, so you just finished giving a clue to someone else.
They were saying I get it. Please. Like, we'll go open by what time.
Hello, sir.
Your name and where you calling us from?
Christopher Nyankwe, calling from Cruiserville.
Christopher Nyankwe.
Yes, sir.
So what's the answer to this question?
Christopher, you know Christ Episcopal Church in Cruiserville? You know? Where's Mona? You say who?
My name is Tokos.
No. Next caller.
The Tokos is not the answer.
Next caller.
Wow. Yeah.
Sorry, man.
All right, Peter Conley, thank you so much for acknowledging receipt of your money. That's what we do. So the numbers to call 077771075, 05551101075, 077771075, 05551101075. The one question your party now. Hello.
Somebody will get it.
Calling us from?
My name is Princess Wilson, calling from Fiamma. They want Sunday. I never received my money. Yes.
What number you get? Orange or Lone Star?
I get orange number.
Yeah, Princess. I made the announcement clear. I'll make it again. Everybody that sent orange number, they will get their money tomorrow. We couldn't send orange money, so we'll try our best to do that tomorrow. But if you get Lone Star number, you can give me the Lone Star number. I will compare it. You read the orange number you get. If it matches, then I'll replace the Lone Star with the orange. What do you think?
All right, me get a Lone Star number.
But first, get the orange number that you get last week. Read the orange number that you get last week.
0776 39 87 860.
That's the number. So now give me the Lone Star number so that I can replace this orange number.
0886
0886
366
366.
333.
Is this number registered in your name?
No, in my husband's name.
So what's your husband's name?
Farmer Home.
How you spell it?
FARMA.
What happened?
MES.
HO
LMES.
Okay, Farmer Homes. All right.
Yeah.
So we'll do the transfer. You get it tonight, yeah?
All right.
You want to participate today?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, so the question is, what is the name of the woman in the Bible that Paul and Silas went to visit? They went to preach to her, and she was selling purple garments, purple gown, purple lapa, purple everything. What that woman name?
Lydia.
Lydia?
Yes.
Last answer there?
Yes.
You sure?
Yes.
All right. You won $10 again.
All right.
So that is the number, right?
Yeah, when I see Lone Star number, I call.
So just read the number again so that I can put it into this record, yeah?
0886
886
366
366
333.
333. And it says in Farmer Homes.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Thank you for calling.
All right.
Okay. So there you have it. We've lost Pastor Raymond for a minute, and I'm sure he will rejoin us on the show as well. But let's take another person here. We've got 13 minutes to go on God Can Bless Anybody. For those of you watching us and want to contribute, the Cash App number is scrolling below the screen, as well as the SendWave number. You can contribute to the purse so that we can be back here on next week, Sunday, to give out winnings to other Liberians and be a blessing to them as well. So Pastor Raymond, Princess did answer your question. The answer was Lydia.
That's it. It was Lydia. I'm sorry for the disconnect. Internet was not working around here, but the answer was Lydia. Correct.
All right. So move to this next person. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Yes, sir. Your name and where you calling us from?
My name is Israel. I'm calling from Red Light.
Israel.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Pastor Raymond, you have who Israel?
No, the Israel. Who wrote the book of Revelation?
Who wrote the book of Revelation?
Sorry?
Who wrote the book of Revelation?
It's John.
You are correct.
Yes, sir.
Oh. Please give me your number, yeah?
My number is 077.
07. You don't have a Lone Star number, right?
No, sir.
Okay, no problem. Go ahead.
077.
Yeah.
378.
37 what?
378.
Okay.
8686.
8 what?
8686.
Okay, so 0773
Yes.
78 86
Yes.
86.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you want $10. Yeah, thank you for calling.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. All right. 0777 771075 555 101075. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Your name and where you calling us from?
I'm Albert Brunel calling from Chocolate City.
Albert Brunel.
Yeah.
Pastor Raymond.
Albert, how are you doing, brother?
Yeah, I'm okay, sir.
A real question. There's a doctor in the New Testament. He wrote 2 books. What are the 2 books he wrote?
You see it?
There is a doctor in the New Testament that wrote 2 books. What the book are what the near the 2 books he wrote?
There is a doctor where?
There is a doctor in the New Testament that wrote 2 books. What is the name of the 2 books the doctor wrote?
Dr. Luke. He wrote the book of Luke and
one more.
One more.
And
You got Luke.
The book of what?
At.
Correct.
You correct down. So, give me your number, please.
081
0881
75
75
80
80
61.
61. You say your name is Albert Brunel, right?
Yeah.
And this number is registered to your name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
So, Dr. Luke. All
Dr.
right,
Luke.
so we have 10 minutes to go. 10 minutes
Okay.
past Raymond. 10 minutes to go. Let's take this
Couple
next
questions.
question. Hello?
Yeah.
Your name and where you calling us from?
My name is Jota Dove, calling from Rock Hill.
Joetta?
Yes.
Okay. Who's on the Rock Hill now?
She has a Rock Hill. The last time I wanted $1, but I don't see my money. On a scene, boy.
Joetta?
Yes.
What number you gave my people?
Mm-hmm.
The number I gave that is more.
I can't see the number. So what number you gave?
No, sir.
And you say when you won?
Sunday, last Sunday.
Hold on 1 minute. Just on the line. Joetta?
Yes.
There is no Joetta yet.
The number I put there for CEO. The last Sunday.
What name did you give?
You vote for CEO?
Joetta.
Nah.
Joetta Dow.
No. No. It's not yet. I have a whole list of last week winners. It's not yet.
Yeah, okay, I won't answer right now.
Okay, here's the question. There's a man in Bauer. He did not die, but God took him to heaven. What a man name?
What a man did not die, but God took him straight to heaven. What a man name?
He did not. You are correct. You are correct.
Hello?
Joetta, you say you correct.
You know your Bauer. You correct.
You give me the number.
0881
0881
16 99 17.
You say what?
0881 16 99 17.
16 99.
You ready to do your Bauer?
17. One series.
All right, so 0881 1699 17. All right, you want $10 this time, yeah? All right, bye-bye. See you. How are you, sir?
I'm surprised that you did the show without me.
Why are you surprised with that's the plan? We have to do. Are you?
I am surprised.
Why are you surprised? Why?
Why are you surprised? Are you saying we are incapable people?
The people said to you unanimously that they want me to do this show.
Mm-hmm.
I may know one as a designated moderator.
No, they didn't say they want you to do the show. They said they wanted you to ask them questions last week. They didn't say do the show. There's a difference. There's rhetoric. You're not understanding the verbiage. They did not say they want you to do the show. They said they want you to ask them questions last week Sunday, but to do the show that was not the discussion. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Damo, I'm surprised that we have just implemented some kind of coup. Yeah. Yeah.
Damo, the people said the question last week was, who do you want to ask you a question? CEO or Pastor Raymond? They did not say who to do the show. Am I correct, Damo?
That was the question last week. Who should conduct the show last week?
Oh, was it only for last week, Damo?
No, just for last Sunday.
Was it only for last week though?
Yeah, it was only for last week.
So now we are like the House of Representatives. We can only run the government for 6 months through the legislature.
Let's go to Kev Hassan because you the one. Kev, what was the question last week? Is it the whole show for the rest of the year or just for last Sunday? Which one was it, Kev?
The people say for the whole show.
Thank you.
The question was for the what?
Kev.
The whole show. Nobody people say.
Kev, you always come on the show. I can
Kev,
see.
you know what?
You got long life on the show,
No,
Kev. I
no,
can see you.
Dama, they got they Kev Nasa. In Nasa.
I mean, I just speak the truth. I always speak the truth.
So,
So that means is Dama lying? Is Dama lying?
no, the first one was the first time we had the first round of vote. It was the catch was who to do the show for that day. And then when we had the second round, there was an addendum. That's when the CEO said if he wins, he will make sure the show continues.
No, but the question was
who to ask questions.
The question was stay there. The question was stay there. Whether he had a addendum or he pluralized it by 2 or multiply it or divide it, the question was there. It was the show last week. Finish.
Yes.
So can I speak, Damo?
Yes, sir.
No, this is my show. It's not 4:30 yet. I'm not done.
No, I'm just asking. Okay, Pastor Raymond, can you give me 1 second, please?
No, I cannot yield.
I'm not asking you to yield. I'm just saying you the pastor. You get a pastor cheating on your name. So what I would say to my people.
So that my chin being on me for it.
What I would say, I agree. That Pastor Raymond show. Pastor Raymond, you'll have your show. I agree. So the show would be from 7:30 to 8:30 every Sunday. 1 hour.
Okay.
From 7:30 to 8:30 every Sunday. God can bless anybody. Officially today, in the presence of God and man, surrounded the show to Pastor Raymond. All right.
But how you will surrender something you never had? You can't surrender the show. The show
just
always
take it. But just take it. So if you want me on, Pastor Raymond, I can hang on for the next 3 minutes for your stand to close. Or if you don't want me on, let me finish. If you don't want me on, you gotta allow me to close. I've given you
for the next 30 minutes.
Pastor Raymond, wait. Pastor Raymond, wait. If you don't want me on, I can leave. So tell me now what you want me to do.
For the next 30 minutes, I want you to ask the last caller a question. That's all.
So I'm gonna wait for the last caller.
Yeah, the one more caller, you ask the question, then we'll close the show.
But you got 3 minutes.
No, it's that 2 minutes. I'm a nice person.
You get 1 minute in essence.
We're gonna get 1 minute, so let's take one caller and stand to ask the question.
All right.
Because I'm a generous man.
So if y'all don't see me out on Sunday, you don't blame me. Pastor Raymond said I shouldn't be. So, Pastor Raymond, before we go to that call, Pastor Raymond, should I come every Sunday or I shouldn't even try to come?
Don't even try it, sir.
Okay. The guy is a dictator from the church to the street. He's a pure dictator.
You try out, you try out, man, you look bad. You're one-on-one with the CEO of East Sour.
Okay.
I do want you to ask this last question, though, please.
Hello?
No problem.
Hello?
Hello?
Your name and where you calling us from?
My name is Lina. All
right, Linda. See you. Linda on the line.
Linda, good evening. How you doing today, Linda?
No problem.
Linda, where do you live?
Yeah.
Where do you live?
I live in Florida.
What?
Florida community.
Where to get Florida community there?
I never heard of that before. Wow.
A Broadway area.
So she lives Broadway area. So Linda, you live Broadway area. It's good. Be blessed. Have a good weekend. Yeah. And you have won yourself $10.
You just waiting about calling your name and saying where you live. Oh.
Yeah. They got honor. They said they got honor mama show. I say serious today. I try to mention no banjo today.
Number. So just read the number. 077 what?
All right.
Yeah.
21 21
Yeah.
22
22.
67.
What's the name this number is registered to?
Linda M. Kwanya.
Okay, thank you for calling.
Okay.
All right, to Diamond, Stanton CEO, all of you, thank you for giving me the opportunity to bless the Liberian people. I hope you all have a wonderful show. To the Liberian people, be patient. I'm not trying to cheat you. Pastor Raymond, not trying to cheat you. We're trying to make things work. And I hope you all have a nice show for the next couple of hours. But from me to you, may the Lord bless you. May the Lord keep you. May the Lord make the Lord's face to shine upon you, be gracious unto you. May the Lord look upon you with favor and give you peace now and forever. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Dama, I'll see you next week, okay?
Thank
All
you.
right,
Have a
boss.
wonderful afternoon and a good day to you.
All right, boss.
All right. So, folks, that's all the time we have for this segment of God Can Bless Anybody. Our winners will communicate with you. For those of you who won last week and the week before, and you send in an orange number, we will be sending your money on Monday. But for all those of you who won today, we'll do our best during the course of the week to send you your winnings as well. So the CEO came, did a benevolent thing and went off so that people can say, let the CEO be on the show every other week. You see the you see the level the CEO use. Kev, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, my brother. I'm doing great. Yeah, I'm doing great. Huh?
You follow the service today at Pocket Clone?
I always follow the service at the church. It was a very good service, very good message from the former president. Very good message. Yeah.
But why the message of forgiveness, especially at this time? You know, after all of the talk of what was said on Facebook by the former president's daughter concerning the passing of a mother and all of that. Why is it prudent that former president will preach about forgiveness this time?
Well, now mostly the team was forgiveness. Is to leave the past behind and all, right? Because let me say this to you. You know, we went through a whole lot in Liberia, and what we're saying right now in this current administration is grudge, is going after people. If we don't learn to leave the past behind, some of us had sense during the war. The war was where people were going in people home and saying, you did this to me 20 years ago, I will do this to you. If you don't learn to leave thing and forgive and leave thing behind, we will continue to go through that cycle. So his message was, Liberians, let's come together and let's look towards the future. So it's a great message, and that's why we need to live on. We all have hurt each other in Liberia. Everybody hurt each other. I have hurt people, and so you, Diamond, and everybody. So we need to leave the past behind and turn to a new page, and let's move the country. And that was his message, and that's a message of unifying. That's a message that based on the unification day in Liberia, and that's why the president, and that's why the former president is a rightful person in this century to lead our country, because he will always preach peace, not divisiveness.
Okay. All right. I hear you put a good spin to it, but someone will ask the question that if the former president is so much of a forgiving person and left the past behind, why all of those, accusations were made in the post of the daughter of the late first lady, Nancy Doe? Why?
Yeah, I like the choice of accusation. Accusation is not a fact. It's people thought what they believe. I can accuse you that Damo, you don't like me. Is this a fact? No, because I'm not in your hand. Some people are entitled to accusation, but they are not entitled to fact. So I like where you use the word accusation. It's accusation. People can accuse. A lot of people accuse things. We have seen it in that country. They accuse people, but we have to know the difference between accusation and fact. It is a fact, no. It is an accusation, they're entitled to that.
Damo,
Yes,
we're gonna be having a great show today. I gonna go on what I kept saying. Can't get a boarding to sell. Whether that boarding a ratting boarding, the Liberian people will tell.
Kept trying, but
Yeah,
kept trying.
yeah. Listen, we're going to talk about the Edwin Snow letter. We're going to talk about Yellow Machine. We're going to talk about the comment the president made, the former president made, George Banawea, at the Mother's Day program. We're going to talk about other national issues. We got members of the NEMA caucus here in Minnesota. They had a big program last night, a back and forth, with some of them. And the message from Senator Yan Twine was on point. It was very pointed. Samakoga is here, Gliga is here, and another person. We're going to discuss some national issue of permanent, important concern. But let me say this, Damon. While the guys getting ready to come on, the one-on-one will always start at 8:30, and they're going to run to 9:30, 1 hour. So give it your best shot. Today, we'll hang on till 10 o'clock because Damon took 7 minutes away from us on the God Can Bless anymore. I want to say welcome to the show. Share the show. Go on Facebook and share. Please do not listen to what Kev is saying. Sometimes, Kev can tell your own, but it's just hard to say. If you listen to what Kev, get your pen and paper. On your left hand should be negative. On your right hand should be positive. And you can decide what you want to do. Something he said are true. But again, I come on the show, I love to beat on Kev. And I do believe that 90 to 95% of the thing Kev say is because of his loyalty to former President George Manuel. We are. And Kev, we call you Kefiko, you the man. But I disagree with you. I just disagree with you. And, if you position the former president as a unifier, the man that can speak the message of unity on Unification Day, the man that you think the Liberian people should champion and say, yes, this man is of peace, then I'm troubled. As much as to each his own, but I trouble. So I hope we can. I hope we can have the time, Damo Slanger, and bring us up to speed, man. Oh, Mama is here. Yeah, Mama, why you can put a button there? I try to do my own, but I say I won't do it. I see your shit now. Oh, and how you can do it? You put the last one there.
I got similar looking shirts. I thought it was a uniform and we didn't get a memo.
Yeah, that's the uniform for Sunday.
Look at Kev. Kev, you put your own there too?
And Kev got a black one. I want a uniform here, girl. Because Kev shirt looks like the black to the white that you got.
Kev can now put your own there because you're opposition. Kev that's sedition, so you can now. Man, guys, want to say welcome to the show. We're jumping straight into God Can Bless. One-on-one with the CEO. We got a lot to discuss though. The trip here in Nima from Koga is here, and from Nima Kwado, some of the lawmakers came. They in Minnesota. They had a big program. Unico, I think that's the name. We're going to talk about the way forward on this yellow machine. Some positive news coming up, and some negative news, but it is why it is. And the trending issue today is Edwin Snow. What do you make about Edwin Snow and the letter from the Ministry of Information, Mika? Did Edwin Snow say what they say he said? you know, to be frank, I think we can just get into the Edwin Snow conversation now. Did he really say it, Damo? What did Edwin Snow, what did he really say? Then what was written by Jeremy Pierre? So the Liberians will understand whether Jeremy Pierre is saying the truth or whether Jeremy Pierre is gaslighting. I mean, then the people can decide. What did Edwin Snow say? So I went back April 9th. Come on. That when Edwin Snow appeared on the show, 2025. If you watch the actual video from Spoon Facebook page, it is from 1 hour 46 minutes to 1 hour 48:32 seconds. What Edwin Snow said in the space of time was less than 23 seconds. So I know we got a letter, but let me work on Mame. Let me work on Kev Fico. Kev, let's hear you on your intro. We'll go to Mame, then we'll go to Diamond, the other guys joining us. But because we got who here? And the other Francis Sabes. The Oma can give me a hot time. Hey, the Oma. But we want to work on my Oma. But guys, let's get into it. Kev, let me hear you. We're going to show the letter and we'll discuss it. Welcome, folks. Welcome to all of you that are joining us today.
Thank you, Stanton. Let's say this upfront, clear. The statement from the government is misleading, false, misinterpretation, witch hunting, going against the political opponent. This is a government that we're seeing that that actually want to suppress the opponent, Stanton. There's nothing close to what the government wrote. So we have to get that clear. And everybody on the show today should be upfront and say clearly that this government, what the government wrote, what the government is saying is misleading, is wrong, it's a witch hunt, it's going against the political opponent. There is a clear definition of suppressing a political opponent, silencing a political opponent. It's what I call a political takedown. It's a witch hunting. Nothing in this. We'll go into the letter because there's an opening. Let the people, and I believe we'll play the tape and let the people listen to Edwin Snow, what Edwin Snow said, and what the government. But this is a witch hunt. So I hope everybody on this panel will call on the government and save Liberia from this political witch hunting.
All right, thank you very much. I mean, I hope you have said we are not many. I want to give you enough time. If that's your closing for this intro, that's fine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to Mame.
I don't want to go into a letter because I have.
Yeah, we will play later. Mame, let's say you've been hearing this. You following the Mame. It's all on social media. Edwin Snow have to, change his trade. He's on his way back home. What say you in the letter from the Ministry of Information to that of Edwin Snow actual statement? Let's hear you.
I don't believe in what is in the Ministry of Information letter. I don't know what the Ministry of Information listening to or where they gather their information from that inform the content of their letter. What I listened to, I did not hear Honorable Snow say, I will use my relationship in ECOWAS or wherever to do X, Y, and Z. I did not hear that. What I heard is what I have given my opinion on, and that opinion has not changed. What I heard Snow say was, I wish the government will not succeed. Let me go to the specific words, sometimes you get a video. And I wish the government doesn't do well. And you ask him specific questions. You say you think he would do well, and Snow responded. The whole story about the video was 30, 45 minutes and only 30 seconds. Yes, it was only a few seconds you asked him a specific question. You hope, you want him, you hope he will do better. And Snow said, no. I hope he doesn't do better so we can remove them from power. So it is that question and that response that people are looking at. That is what I heard. And that is what I responded to. My response is, Snow is not the only person bearing this failure mentality in the country. It's an old age mentality. It's not new to Liberia. Except that Snow was brave enough to come and express it. But it is a mentality that has kept our country backward. People don't pray for relief, for government, for administration to succeed. They take action. They wish, like Edwin Snow said, he wished that they don't succeed, that they don't perform, that they don't do better. They sit and wish that government doesn't do better. They take action. They don't just sit and wish. They don't just hope that the government doesn't do better. They take action to ensure the government doesn't do better. It has been a historical issue, and it is why the country it is where it is today. And when the country doesn't do better, young people don't get jobs. Women die in the hospitals. Students sit on the floors when the government doesn't do better. And that is what Snow is wishing for, his own statement. And that's why every other people, many of those we consider leaders today, whether in opposition, the primary way to get to power is this government, this administration must fail. So that when you come to campaign, you campaign on the message of failure. And that was my disappointment, Honorable Snow. And I advised him publicly. If I were Snow, I would take back the statement. This is not what represents me. But to make the argument and try to justify it and play around it, every time you do that and the people listening to the statement, then you widen the debate. If I were him, I would take back the statement. Because the statement in itself is a wrong statement that represents the past. It's a statement that has kept Liberia to where it is. And the future of our country is not for opposition to be wishing and praying and working for the current administration to fail. Because when the current administration fails, the people you want to lead suffer. Instead, you should be thinking on how you can do it better. For example, don't wish and pray for Yellow Machine to not come to Liberia. Don't wish and pray for Liberia to not be elected on the UN Security Council. Don't pray for that. Don't wish for that. Don't wish for Joe Biden government to not provide jobs. Don't wish for that. But currently, when Lone Star going to play Stanton, people who are not supporting the government wishing for Lone Star to not win. That's how it has been. And it is wrong. Snow should take his statement back and stop justifying it.
Again, no, wait. I beg you. I beg you. I will come to you, but that's a good opening. You have your opening. Damo, you want to add anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to take it from the angle where Mommy left off. That it is a homegrown mentality that opposition figures, whether those at the top or even their foot soldiers, always hope and pray that the ruling party doesn't do anything so that can be used as campaign. And that is a sad thing, especially for our politics in our country. It shows us that we are not issues oriented. We do not have ideologies and policies and the rest. We always pray for and want things to be done halfway so that we can use that as a campaign message. What this has done is it has now brought this circle of what we see in Liberia, that if the CDC is in opposition, they protest and do disruptive things, and try to project that there's nothing stable. When the UP is in opposition, they do the same. So once we're in this circle, we're like a hamster running on our treadmill or whatever that it runs on, and we keep achieving nothing. We want to see criticism with solutions. We want to see criticism with a better option. We just don't want to see what it is that, oh, this person should feel, the other man do this, the other man didn't deliver. If the man didn't deliver on his promise, tell us how you can deliver on your promise if you elected. And that's why we want to see a constructive opposition. We don't want to see this thing of disruptive opposition and people trying to make sure that the country doesn't move forward. And at the end of the day, we all suffer. So that's the angle I want to take it from. And that statement has been inflamed so that it reflects on the minds of Liberians that tomorrow, this particular statement, Honorable Snow is going to answer this question till that kingdom come. Because it will always be brought about that, look, my man, you said the country shouldn't go forward. You don't want good things in this country. And that's how it's been interpreted in all corners. Even if it meant that if President Braga doesn't deliver on all of the promises, that can be used. But the context now and how it was said, it has been interpreted in so many different ways. See you. I just wanted to say that.
No, but that's why I included you. It's good that you gave your intro on this. So let's get, you want to say something, Kev? Did you upload the video, Damo?
Yeah. Let me say this.
You uploaded the video?
Yeah, the videos are here once you read it.
Okay.
Let me.
Yeah,
let me say this, Stenton. Snow never said he never said that he wanted the country to fail. Snow was talking on the policy of this government. That's what he's talking about. Your policy of the government and the opposition are far different. Diamond, this is not a game. This is not a child's play that they do in Liberia. Oh, you should want this, you should want this. No, when you are a opposition, you do have your policy. You do have your prescription that you want for this government, for your government to succeed. What Snow was talking about, exactly what's happening in the streets of the market people, that this country is tough. Do you want this government to succeed while people, the marketeers that was played on this station and a different station to succeed? No. Do you want the government to succeed based on that little girl not to go to school? No. Do you want this government to succeed or taking people out of jobs that the kitchen table is suffering? No. Do you want the government to succeed on Abdullah Kamara, who is causing to the president at LTA there under the corruption cloud, and he stayed there? Do you want that government to succeed? Do you want the government to succeed at witch hunting people? No. Government should not succeed on that. Government should succeed based on the interests of the people. The people are crying. That's what Snow is talking about. So don't talk about those things. Snow is talking about what we play on this channel, on this station, that the people are suffering. Do I want the government to succeed on the policy of people to succeed, to suffer? No, we want the people to succeed. Hey, if their government is bringing people to succeed, right? We all want the government to succeed. But the government will not be, we will not want the government to succeed based on what the kitchen table is saying, and that's why.
Kev, I'm very confused. What are you saying, Snow say?
Okay, Stanton, you asked a very good and brilliant question. Mame said Snow is saying that people should suffer. That's not what Snow is saying. That's Mame's statement. I'm debunking what Mame is saying. That's not what Snow is saying. What the letter shows, they're misleading. Snow is the opposition. What Snow said, they should not, he don't want them, don't talk about failure, right? Stanton. But what Snow is saying based on their failure is about what happening in the government, what the government is doing. That's what Snow is saying. Stanton, let me ask this question to both of you. Do you want a government to succeed that illegally going against the rule of law? Do you want the government to succeed on that? And that's what Snow is saying. But But all this gibberish they wrote, all this misleading thing they wrote, that Snow say he contact to ECOWAS, they're all misleading. That's not what Snow said.
Okay, so let's listen to what Snow said when he came April 9th. Let's listen to what Snow said when he heard from Mommy. Wow.
Guess what? I come in. Guess what? Somewhere in my subconscious also told me that just in case Joshua didn't win and President Brecker or Joseph Brecker won the election, Liberia will still be in a better position because it comes with a rich history of governmental experience. That things will be different, things will be okay, he will do better. So when I see people saying, Joe, we are did it, so we do it too, then it bothers me. It's troubling that
is he performing to your expectation?
Who?
President Barker?
Oh no, not at all. No. I think he needs to do better. He needs to do more. The fact that we can drag problem in the legislature for 6 months. You don't want to see the Speaker of ECOWAS Parliament. You're accusing Snow of bringing ECOWAS here, or watching him then write you letter formally, and we fire all the tenure position people. We go into the central bank, we're disrupting the operation at the central bank, forcing people to resign and pay. You say somebody was corrupt, you're auditing them, then you pay them the benefit and say, go, let me bring my own person here. You go to fisheries, you go to LTA, you go to, Abdullah Kamara, with everything. We're suppressing an audit report. But soon go back, we're going to call for that report. We're suppressing an audit report because Abdullah Kamara, who is the president at LTA, is soaked into the corruption scandal at LTA. All right, we can't review metrics. We can't do that. President taking B mountain clean to fly to low fire. So I think the president needs to do better. I mean, he's in his second year. He still got 4 years to his credit.
Do you think he will do better? Do you think he will do better?
I pray he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem? What do you think is the problem? I pray he doesn't, so we can remove them from power, mommy.
That's it. We pray that the president doesn't do better. My own argument is, when you pray that the president doesn't do better, it means you're praying for the president to do worse. What is worse in governance? When you pray for somebody to do worse, you pray for more women to go to hospital and die because of poor maternal care. When you pray for somebody to not do better, it means you pray for them to do worse. What is worse? Worse is more children sitting on the floor, more poverty. What is worse? Worse is more young people graduating from university, no job for them to do. And therefore, you move them from power. How do you move them from power? You go back to these poor people and give them rice and give them t-shirt, and they be happy and vote for you to come to power. That has been the approach. So it's not about Snow. Look, Stanton, I'm speaking here. I'm speaking to the conscience of our people. That has been the approach to politics in our country. Opposition sit and pray.
Let me ask you a question. Mommy. How best could Snow who have said that?
The way I said it. The best way for opposition to work is to show that even if you brought yellow machine and you spend 20 million, Snow and other people should be sitting on the show and telling Liberian people that I can bring yellow machine for 14 million. Or my approach to addressing the road issue will not be spending 20 million. I can bring private investment to do the road. I spend the 20 million on healthcare. Those are different ways, but in that vein, you're not undermining the bringing of yellow machine. Go to the ECOWAS, to the Liberia, to the United Nations. You can't be working and fighting for Liberia to not be elected to the United Nations. You can come to Liberia and say, okay, Liberia is not elected to the United Nations. What I will do when I become president is I will maximize our setting to the United Nations to do X, Y, Z for our country. Yes, they took Liberia to the United Nations, but all the opportunities that Liberia was supposed to have gathered from the United Nations, Liberia could not get it. When I become president, these are the things I will do to bring more benefits to the country because we are at the United Nations. Instead of praying for us to not get elected.
Points here, very important. And guys, again, for all of you joining us, we're going to have a quiet conversation on this, and then we'll go to the yellow machine. But I think it's important to know that you listen to Snow yourself, and you have to decide and call on the show whether Snow's statement is exactly what Jeremy Pierre from Mika say it is. When you come to the letter, yeah, Kev, you agree that Snow who have said this any different, better, than Mama is saying?
Snow is the opposition. Let's get that out. Snow is the opposition. The country that I live in, opposition, always opposition. Jose Imambaka ever prayed for Jowea to do best? Jose Imambaka criticized the Emory Hospital, which helped Mami family people. He criticized it. We have Mami family. Can Mami tell Jose Imambaka he was wrong? He criticized it, but he's the opposition.
Let me ask you a question. Where did he criticize? When did he criticize it? Are you just saying that?
Stanton, it's out there. It's out there. He criticized every single thing that Joe
say? No. Let's go with the Emory Hospital. What did Joseph Walker say?
Jose Imambaka said re-electing George Weah. Re-electing George Weah for everything he did, I include the Emory Hospital, will be the end of Liberia.
So that's the criticism.
It's a fun. In Stanton, he never
criticized the Emory Hospital.
He did. He criticized. But let me go on.
No, we're not playing the bag. They got it. I will still keep that in the bag yet. Let's understand. You said Jose Imambaka criticized the Emory Hospital.
Yes, sir. He criticized it.
Show me the clip. Take us to the statement that was made.
The clip is out there. We can get the clip. I can get a clip for you. I can get everything for you. Yes. I wish you could have asked me the question behind, but I will get in the back. I will get it for you. He criticized.
Let me hold you 1 minute. Finally, and we'll come back to you.
No, Stanton, let me continue. Don't do that to me. Let me continue.
Yeah, I said finally.
No. Stanton, let me continue. He criticized Joe Weah. He criticized the Emory Hospital. They criticized the park, the PHP park. Everything was criticized under Joe Weah. Even the homes that Joe Weah built for poor people behind the Emory, in Sano, in different counties, they criticize everything. Stanton, for you to say this, and sometimes we all have that political amnesia to say that this the UNC party and Joseph Boakai never criticized President Weah for all the thing that President Weah did. Then we are not doing justice to the nation. He criticized everything. Matter of fact, he called Joe Weah. He said Joe Weah is a boy. A boy cannot do a man's job. He said that. He criticized everything that Joe Weah did.
A boy, that's the big criticism there now.
That's not what I'm saying to you. I'm saying to you, okay. It's part of his message. So you can't say, no, Stanton, please let's do for the sake of the Liberian people. Jose Imambaka criticized on the show. You were there. I was there on the show when George Weah met dignitaries from let me end this. 30 seconds. Joe Weah team, the government team met dignitaries in America, including Linda Gradfield. Jose Imambaka said they were Uber driver. You know that, and I asking that question, and I asking to apologize to the Liberian people. This president went to the gutter against Joe Weah. So how that?
Dama, before I come to you, maybe you want to respond. I'm kind of confused with the different criticism Kev is talking about.
Yeah, it's okay to be confused.
But Kev, let's do it one at a time now. I'm kind of confused because Kev is all over the place throwing kitchen sink here to me, right? Joseph Burger criticized Emory Hospital. Joseph Burger said Joe Weah is your boy, but we're not saying anything to what he's saying though. We'll come back to it. You want to Kev, you gotta wait. Kev, you gotta wait. We shouldn't interrupt, brother. Let me hear from you, then we'll go to Damo here. Because maybe bring me on track. Let's leave the snow clips more and the ministry statement. But the big issue here is that President Burger was going around criticizing everything that Joe Weah was doing. I want to know more, Mommy.
Stanton, he will not show it, but the fact is, if the opposition believe what you are doing, you're not doing it the right way, it is the responsibility of the opposition to critique and criticize what you're doing. It is fair for Snow to do so. It is fair for Vice President Burger, when he was Vice President, to criticize and say what you're doing is not right. This is the right way to do it. The way you're proceeding on the economy is wrong. This is the right way to do it. Stanton, the way you're proceeding with the yellow machine is wrong. This is the right way to do it. Isn't this what we said from the beginning in 2019?
Yeah.
That is the responsibility of the opposition. The way you are proceeding is wrong. This is the right way to proceed. If you don't proceed this way, this will be the consequences. If you proceed this way, this will be the benefit. And if the president don't do it, then campaign time, you tell your people, we told you that the way the people were proceeding were wrong, and that's the reason why today you find yourself in this situation. Give us the authority, we'll change your story. But don't sit and be praying and wishing and working for their action to fail. That's a difference between.
And when the action fails, the Liberian people suffer, right?
Correct. So criticism is different. We all criticize yellow machine.
Okay. But I like the part that you came in and said, well, what was written, and we'll go to the letter by Jeremy Pierre, that's not exactly what Snow said on the video.
Correct.
In the interview. We will come to it. Damo, let me hear you. I want to go back, Damo. I already before, but I want to go back. Did you, since you've been in this business, Joseph Burger ever criticized the Emory Hospital?
I can speak on this public platform to information I'm not privy to. So whether I've listened to it or not, I've not, but I've taken it upon myself to research that. I want to speak to facts that I've listened to. But to the issue of the criticism, there is a difference between criticism and coming out publicly to say you wish that the government doesn't do better. I would think that Senator Snow in the first should have accepted his statement and elaborate on what he meant by wishing that the president doesn't do better. You know, that would provide an opportunity to explain. Maybe the context is being taken differently and is being run with differently for political reasons. You know, looking at the position for which Senator Snow holds and his importance within the sub-region, any government will become a bit jittery when he makes such a statement that he wishes that the government doesn't fail. It raises that the government doesn't do better. It raises the question as to what is he doing behind the scene to store and obstruct things, especially looking at his rank in ECOWAS. I don't know if he's still in Sweden, but he was there representing ECOWAS. You know, he was presenting notes. He's in the diplomatic sphere, a big person, a big diplomat. And if he's saying that he doesn't make the country should do, that the government should do better, then what strings is he pulling behind the scene to make sure that it doesn't work? As an opposition figure, you criticize, you bring solutions. You know, as Mame rightly said, if the government wants to do X, you criticize, you bring the facts and say, okay, if it was to be done this way, this is what was going to happen, and this is why this solution is not the best for Liberia. And I'm saying, as a young Liberian person, we want to see politics being taken away from all these, you know, I pray you don't succeed, you do not do well, so that I come back, and this let it go to policies and alternatives. like you see. That's why me personally, I'm of the opinion that all political parties in Liberia, especially those in opposition, they're weak. Because like in the UK and other places, you find the opposition is bringing, they have under ministers. They do things for you to know that the government is not doing what they ought to do, what they promise you to do, and they bring the facts, not to corporate conference every meeting and just lay out criticism, and you hear nothing else from it that is solution. So Senator Snow should firstly own up to his statement and better still elaborate. But the government is going to take this statement to the end of the word so that he knows.
Yeah, but let me hold you that, Dama. The government can take Snow, Dama, let me hold you, statement, but you don't misconstrue. You don't add to what Snow said that he didn't say. And that's the government problem, right? The government has said that Snow statement that he said he wished the government to fail. That is even enough. But for the governor, for Jeremy Pierre, but come on now, Dama, where you gonna go? For Jeremy Pierre to come and talk about everything else in that statement, of course we're gonna read the statement, then that is troubling. And that's my argument. But again, what you said make a lot of sense. When we come on the show, Kev said the old man called Joia that boy, and that's also, and I never heard JMB calling Joia that boy, but he said that's criticism too, and hurt their feelings. So therefore, that's a problem here. But I want us to read the letter. As a welcome, you will speak after we read this letter. You will come in, and then we'll finish Edwin Snow video on that statement. All right. Can you please also, Damo, put up Edwin Snow response today? I think I'll send it to you, please. Yeah, I sent it to you. Using his connection in ECOWAS to make the Bouaka-led government to fail. Did he say that? This is Jeremy Pierre. And this is, although people will hold Edwin Snow responsible, but at some point, we should also now question Jeremy Pierre's reason of writing this letter. It's only fair to do so. Mr. Snow declared that he would do everything possible, including using his connection in ECOWAS to make the Bouaka-led government to fail. That is not right. He didn't say that. He came back and even clarified, Mami, and we play the clarity. He came back just last week and he's clarified the statement. Even if it means discouraging foreign direct investment to Liberia and making the country ungovernable and unstable until he Snow become president of Liberia. He didn't say that. In which he vowed to use his connection at the sub-regional body, ECOWAS, to ensure the failures of government of Liberia led by President Joseph Yuma Bouaka. This is insinuation. He didn't say that. So I don't know, Mame. Everybody read this thing. The government of Liberia called on all sub-regional, regional, and international organizations to ensure that such plan by Mr. Snow and his collaborators to undermine and destabilize the Liberian government is not allowed. Did he say he was going to destabilize the Liberian government? So we just cannot hide this part of the letter. Let's speak to this part of the letter. What did Snow say? Actually, we will pause and listen to everything. What really he said on that day, April 9. So let's just listen to Snow himself when he came one-on-one with the CEO.
Guess what? I'm coming. Guess what? Somewhere in my subconscious also told me that just in case Joshua didn't win and President Bouaka or Joseph Bouaka won the election, Liberia will still be in a better position because it comes with a rich history of governmental experience. That things will be different, things will be okay, he will do better. So when I see people saying, Joshua did it, so we do it too, then it bothers me. It's troubling that
is he performing to your expectation?
Who?
President Bouaka?
Oh no, not at all. No. I think he needs to do better. He needs to do more. The fact that we can drag problem in the legislature for 6 months. You don't want to see the Speaker of ECOWAS Parliament. You're accusing Snow of bringing ECOWAS here, or watching Tinubu then write you letter formally, and we fire all the 10 new position people. We go into the central bank, we're disrupting the operation at the central bank, forcing people to resign and pay. You say somebody was corrupt, you're auditing them, then you pay them the benefit and say, go, let me bring my own person here. You go to fisheries, you go to LTA, you go to, Abdullah Kamara, with everything. We're suppressing an audit report. But soon go back, we're going to call for that report. We're suppressing an audit report because Abdullah Kamara, who is the president at LTA, is soaked into the corruption scandal at LTA. All right, we can't review metrics. We can't do that. President taking B mountain clean to fly to low fire. So I think the president needs to do better. I mean, he's in his second year. He still got 4 years to his credit.
Do you think he will do better? Do you think he will do better?
I pray he doesn't, so we can move him from power.
What do you think is the problem?
I actually want him to be a one-time president, so he doesn't do better than his good.
Would this help or hurt Jeremiah Kuhn if he's on the ticket 2029?
The actions of presidents normally hurt vice presidents. The president, because Liberia, our constitution is crafted in a way where the president cannot dismiss the vice president. So most times, presidents look for vice president.
Well, I'm going to leave it there, and let me bring in Asido. Welcome to the show. Then we'll go back to Mom. Gibson, it's good to see you, my brother. Welcome. I said, what do you make about you that one, your countryman on? I think I got trouble. But I said, what do you make about what you heard from Snow, and you have read the letter from Mika? What's your take?
So I was scrolling through TikTok and I came across a Nigerian comedy in which the son came in and the dad asked the son, will you pass in the test? The son said, and you see the teacher said he will make the test hard. The dad knew straight that his son was going to fail. This is exactly something that falls into Unity Party. Unity Party now is trying to have a campaign message in 2029 that, the reason why we didn't bring no company because Snow said it. The reason why we didn't bring no job because Snow said it. Sometimes we have never had a time where a national government lies in public. We have never had a time where a national government for an entire country just decide to lie. But we cannot be surprised now because the government came to power on lies. And in their mind, they would lead the country on lies. So this is the issue. A national government took hours to draft a statement, not looking at the bread and butter issue. Hours to draft a statement on lies. Can our Minister of Information tell us when did Snow make those statements? On which channel? Does he have the video clip? Can he make it available on Mika's website? And I know Kev was saying something earlier on about President Bwakai. Listen, the function of an opposition is not just to criticize like President Bwakai did. It is to criticize and offer counter solution to the problem that will better it. Oh yeah, you can criticize in voice and attack in action. President Bwakai did both of them. There was a weird step-down campaign that the Unity Party supported. By action, the Unity Party called for President Bwakai, President Weah to step down. Who you say because President Bwakai didn't get on the street, so he didn't say it? Oh, he did. Everything that President Weah did, President Bwakai, at the time he was in the opposition and his government, criticized it. In criticism of it, it only means they wanted him to fail. If they did not want him to fail, they would have told him that President Weah, since you painted this building white, no, painted blue. Then they want him to succeed. But because they wanted him to fail, they only stopped at criticizing me and not telling him what to do to make it better. When has it become a time where an opposition figure saying, you know what, we want to come to power, and of course I don't want him to succeed, because if he succeeds and he will not come to power, and then you have one man just come with lies without shame.
Thank you, Ashley.
We thought of.
Ashley, thank you. Welcome to the show. Mama, let me give you the time to respond before we go to our brother Casey. Again, I want to hear that criticism from President Walker during his time as opposition, right? I want to hear that criticism from him. And can somebody help me? I'm still searching. I'm not saying it. 1, 2. I'm looking at both sides, Mika and Edwin Snow. I know what Edwin Snow meant, and we'll get into it. But I think Mika, Honor Jeremy Pierre, what was done, it was disservice to this government. And I think we should point that out as also. You can speak like as Jeremy Pierre, but you cannot speak in this position as information minister to say something to a sitting lawmaker that he didn't say. And I think therefore, the government now should investigate. Couple of things happen here, Mame, before you come in. Snow met Joseph Yemabuaka, the president. It wasn't only Snow, it was also Uganda Diamond. I sent it to you. There you go. Yombi Kanga Lawrence, the pro tem, Jeremiah Kwankun, the vice president. Right here, the broke bread. I'm going to leave the conversation with them. But how can you, from April 9th to yesterday, the 24th, to come up with such a letter that is so disingenuous, that is so unfair, and to say that this sitting senator saying he bringing war to the country? I think, just stop. I know what you mean when you say it's okay not to criticize, not to say you want the government to fail. I understand. But the position now of Jeremy Pierre, the hardcore position, I think we got to speak to it too. It's been very, very unfair.
I've spoken to the Jeremy Pierre statement, or the statement believed to be coming from the Ministry of Information. I have not established the authenticity of the statement, where it comes from. 2, if it is true it's coming from the Ministry of Information, I don't know the source of what they're quoting Edwin Snow on. If you read that letter, they quoted, they put it in quotation. The author of the statement put it in quotation. Wherever they listen to Edwin Snow made such statement, in which gathering, what evidence they have, none of them fall in my purview, because I have never seen it, I have never heard it. What I've heard is what you play, and it's what I'm reacting to. What Edwin Snow said, and my reaction is, it has been a historical trend. People have been brainwashed into believing that the only way an opposition can win is for the current government to not succeed. I said, those said it, yeah. He reiterated that. That is the message we want to change, my people. The government doesn't have to fail for an opposition to win. When the government fails, it means more people suffering. When the government fails, it means more people suffering. Government doesn't have to fail.
I can I hold you right there? I know you're going to go with this, and it's a good line. You say you have not verified the letter as to where it came from, the Ministry of Information.
Okay, yeah, it's verified. Every story he said in his statement. He said he's trying to establish whether.
No. I just want us to be clear now. We all know it's on the page. They wrote it at Jeremy Pierre's signature. Correct. So we agree that it came from them, right?
Correct. Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Based on that, I am saying everything that statement mentioned about what Snow said, I have never heard it. I have never seen it. What Snow said on Spoon that you play is completely different from what is written in those statements. I did not hear Edwin Snow say he's going to ECOWAS to lobby for government to pay for investment to not come to Liberia.
So let me ask you, what should the government do now?
The Senate, the Senate, Edwin Snow should ask the Senate to invite Jeremy Pierre to provide evidence of the allegation he made against him. Edwin Snow is a sitting senator. He can write the plenary of the Senate to summon the Minister of Information to come and provide evidence on the statement he made about Edwin Snow. If I were Edwin Snow, that's exactly what I would do. That's exactly what I would do.
And I agree. And I agree. That should be. And I don't think Yombly or whichever Senate leaders in there will deny Edwin Snow the right not to invite Jeremy Pierre, because, and also I think they should work in the back and convene another meeting with the president, Jose Yumambwaka, and get the vice president involved to talk about this thing, because Jeremy Pierre represents the government. And for Jeremy Pierre to go on the lane, right, to overemphasize and lie that Snow says something that he didn't say. But maybe you're right. Maybe Jeremy Pierre listened to another radio station that Edwin Snow was on. Maybe he followed Edwin Snow in another chat room. I don't know. He didn't say it on Spoon. It may not be only on Spoon that we are thinking maybe Jeremy Pierre got something that we do not have. So therefore, we'll wait and see and let Jeremy Pierre speak today. So let me bring my brother Gibson. Then we'll come to you, Kev. Gibson.
Thank you very much, and welcome to all of you. Now I met your uncle at the convention. You see, you're going to send someone a picture to you. I don't know whether he sent it to you. So, so I just wanted to say that Stanton brought it up, so I'm ending it for him. So, look, I got two ways to look at it. Since this letter came up, I've been searching and searching and searching and searching. I have not landed my hand on what I want. Some of them are delayed, whether that people that AI or not AI and stuff like that have been receiving it. But here is what on Wednesday, I mean on Friday. On Friday, a guy called me, and that it had not even done with this Snow thing. It's from the diplomatic cycle. He called me and said, "My man, I can't see you on Snow. I'm on Spoon." I said, "No, I can be there on weekend, but I'm busy during the week." He said, "I need to discuss it." He said, "ECOWAS is having a second thought for putting Liberia bid for the security, non-permanent member security seat." And I said, "What do you mean by that?" They already committed. They say people in ECOWAS diplomacy are not pleased with the flouting of them doing the SACA with House of Representatives. And so they are having a second thought. I just got a call, Jenna. If you saw me, I put my hand to my mouth. One person just called me, Jenna, and we're just talking the same thing about the second thought. Another person about the second thought of ECOWAS to reconsider their support for Liberia based on the disrespect that they received from the Liberian government during the House of Representatives SACA. I am not saying it is completely true, but what I'm saying is I hope this process, this letter, these quotations, these particular words that are put in the letter are not employed by the government to say, "Oh, Snow was the cause we didn't get a seat because he said you were going to use the international cycle to destroy the." I hope that is not the reason why they are doing that. I hope that's not the reason why they are doing that. We will continue to search on the Spoon page. We'll continue to go on every page. Anyone who have the video that links Snow to saying that he will make sure that the government of Baka is destabilized, that he will go into international and ECOWAS settings and make sure that Liberia government does not receive the kind of approbation they're supposed to receive. If you have that video, don't hesitate to send it to us. We promise you we'll definitely pass it on to Stanton when we are on here to talk about it. But Stanton, the dictate of that letter is damaging, not just for Snow, but it's damaging for it's a propaganda, but it's damaging. If the government, if the Ministry of Information, if all the apparatus, in fact, they have a show now they call Real Low Class, right? If they have that video, I'll be glad to see it on Real Low Class and they all appear there and play on our reload class, and then we can see whether they have it. Otherwise than that, it is damaging because it even puts Snow life at risk. It puts Snow life at risk. Let me tell you something, and most of you may not know. I was in a press conference with Ellie and other editors. Ellie pointed me out. Ellie pointed me out and said, Gibson, you are an enemy to the government. On April 11, 2027, Amen 2027, went to my house and beat up my kids. Let me just tell you now today. The Ecomo, the all-mail that were assigned at LPRC
2007, right?
2008. The all-mail that were assigned at LPRC, they rescued my family and sent it all the way. I told them to go to Druve, and they have been living in Druve up to now. So when president says something, when government officials say something, it is very heavy. It could be possible that people who are zealous, people who are military security zealous, to certify this government, they can harm Snow tomorrow morning. And say Snow say you destabilize the government. In fact, the way they see Ivory Coast now, military coup taking place in Ivory Coast and other West African countries, and they say, oh, that Snow don't want to overthrow the government. And they can harm him. So the Ministry of Information, if you have that video, bring it out. We look at it, we hear it, we see it, and then we all talk to Snow and say, Snow, what you said was reprehensible. Otherwise than that, it becomes a negative propaganda against an individual, and I think they are trying to deflect from the way they treated ECOWAS, and they think they don't have the ECOWAS backing anymore. I think they are hearing from the diplomatic cycle. They don't have the ECOWAS backing anymore, and they want to use Snow as a base.
We will come to the non-permanent seat. We'll have a brief discussion on it tonight. But again, guys, to all of you joining us, we want to say thank you. You know, today is Sunday. We're not going to spend the rest of our evening with you, but we appreciate you. Continue to share the show. We'll open the phone line to hear from you as well. I got a different position here, man. Kev Hassan Damo, as in Brother Gibson. What Edwin Snow said, I understood it, right? Edwin Snow will come back here on Tuesday to speak to it. I don't want to go ahead of Edwin Snow, no. But the video play is set. April 9, go on Spoon. The video is there. Edwin Snow came back last week. He said, let me make another clarification. This is what I meant. As an opposition, I don't want the government to succeed. Guess why? To bring us back to power. But what Mama said to this too, it makes sense. Let the government do that which is right for the Liberian people. Come and bring a new advanced idea that the people can buy in, whatever your position. But to say Edwin Snow use these words to say I will bring war in the country, this is spreading in the region.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And just listen to everything Jeremy Pierre said in this letter. I do believe that the president and the vice president, not only the Senate quoting Jeremy Pierre, I think the government also should come up with a statement. I do believe so. Maybe the executive mansion should come up with a statement, or the president should force Jeremy Pierre to do another statement to clarify, because there's nowhere. Can't see you right, we've been searching. Where in the good heaven Jeremy Pierre heard this? Is it from a national security advisor, Kofi Woods? Is it from NSA that Edwin Snow is plotting another coup? Where is it from? This is the information minister speaking. Now guess what? President Barack said was involved. He welcomed Edwin Snow in his home. He said, now I understand from whence you come. This is it. Go in peace. I'm confused. Damo, is President Barack running a government, but another guys that run a quasi-government, government in government? How can the president and the senator and the vice president and the pro meet and hash everything out? Then 1 week after, such a letter coming up. What's the intent? I want us also to talk about the intent now. Because we know Snow didn't say it. Or in all the ECOWAS chat room, in the region, in Liberia, people are concerned when the Snow say this thing. So what's the intent? Why let Jeremy Pierre to put a social letter? Can any one of you guys help me? What's the intent here now? Edwin Snow, like Mama said, what he said, I don't think he should say it. But as an opposition, you can bring on an alternative to make the Liberian people's life better. But where is Jeremy Pierre in 10 years now? Damn on. Let us discuss that, then we'll go to Yellow Machine and talk about the non-permanency and we go home.
Yeah, see you. I just
after Diamond, can I come on that, Stanton?
No,
yeah, everybody will come on. Everybody will come.
For our institution's sake, I just want Mr. Jeru to retract the statement of where he said there is a coup in Ivory Coast.
Yeah, it wasn't no coup in Ivory Coast.
Yeah, I want him to retract that statement because people are concerned and people will run with it that they heard it.
No, I think Jeru said people said there was coup in Ivory Coast. He didn't say coup is in Ivory Coast.
Chief.
I mean, it was a false. No, so let's move on. Now, let me make a correction. It was a false announcement.
Let's see. No coup there. I retract it. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
But no, Ouattara, we can't see him. We know where he is.
No, Ouattara is there. There's no coup. But go ahead, Damo.
Yeah, no, that's just what I wanted to say. You can continue the conversation. I just want to make that clarity because thousands of listeners.
Yeah, so let me ask you, Kev. Where was Jeremy Pierre in 10 years? Don't tell me if Edwin Snow was right or wrong. Don't tell me about the intent of writing social letter. What do you think?
Stanton, this is not Jeremy Pierre. No, it's not Jeremy Pierre. Jeremy Pierre is under instruction of President Jose Boakai. He instructed him to write that letter. This is Jose Boakai. He said that. He told him to do that. Jeremy Pierre not coming out and just saying things. If we put on Jeremy Pierre, then it's a dysfunctional government. Then, but this is not Jeremy Pierre. This is Jose Boakai's statement. This is from the president. The president authorized Jeremy Pierre to say that. This president is a vindictive president. This Jose Boakai individual is vindictive. He's going against his political opponent. He's attacking a political opponent. This is a political witch hunt. So we're not going to Jeremy Pierre. He's on an instruction. If we go by this Jeremy Pierre, there's a dysfunctional government now. If that's the way we want to go. But this president authorized the government. He does that. Everybody who close to this president, he's vindictive. So he going after Snow. Jerome said it right. Because of what happening in ECOWAS, what is smelling, they thought it's Snow. Because of the quote unquote what the Supreme Court said, they say it's Edwin Snow. Because of the president promised the majority black that they're going to withdraw folks from ECOWAS, not knowing that ECOWAS have the standard. Say it was Edwin Snow. This president is vindictive. It's the president, this current president. And that's why some of us went against him, because Ellen Johnson Sirleaf will always say, Joe is not a good man. He's not a good man. And I rest.
Mommy, do we have an intent here from Jeremy Pierre? Why now? Why is this letter written and the way in which it was written, Mommy?
I'm still figuring out what could be the intent. In the absence of understanding the intent behind that, or whether Jeremy Pierre has rather another content that he relied on. If you read the letter, he did not cite the source of where he's quoting Snow from. Whether it was somebody who told him that he's quoting, whether he saw Snow somewhere saying it, whether he intercepted text message from Snow. I don't know how that content and he put it in quote. He put it in quote, meaning he's saying this is what he said. So I don't know the intent. I wouldn't speculate. I mean, Gibson speculated about it. Maybe that ECOWAS business. That's fine. You can keep to that. Keep Hassan, and there will be many other artists who will speculate about what the motive could be. That's fine. I'm not speculating on motive. When I listened to Edwin Snow's statement, I did not speculate on what his intent are. I said exactly what he said. And then say, when a government fails, when a government doesn't do better as you are wishing and praying for, these are the things that happen. So I'm not speculating. I'm not making assumptions. Everybody here can agree. When the government fails, if the government doesn't do better, people die in hospital. Kids remain on the floor. Young people stay out of jobs. Poverty increases. When the government doesn't do better from where it is, that's what happens. So that's not an assumption. So since I'm not assuming on Snow, I don't want to assume on the Ministry of Information. What I can say on the Ministry of Information is the content is not what Snow said. What Snow said is different from what is written in the letter. I can say that for fact, but I cannot assume on what the reason behind why it is in the letter.
So thank you very much, Mame. I think you laid it out right that we can understand from General Pierre. It just hard to comprehend as to why he wrote the letter.
Exactly. I can comprehend that one, bro. I can comprehend that one.
It's just hard. But let me bring it as to do. As to talk to us.
Yeah, we can assume because the government can lie. Nothing more than that. Yeah, we can assume the government came to power on lies, so they can lie. Remember one thing: when President Weah and President Barker had that phone who call you thing, and I came on the show say, President Weah, don't talk to President Barker in private, or else the party will lie on you. Is this not an example of it? Sometimes ask yourself, man, let's give it Pierre's own thinking that his interpretation of what Snow said here on Spawn is what exactly he was talking about. That was April 9. Do you want me to count from April 9 to today? How many days have passed? Why did it become so important and necessary for Pierre to come up with a statement of what Snow supposedly said month plus later? Can someone think of it? And mind you, Pierre may likely come and say, when Snow met President Barker, that was what he said in there. Nobody will be there. I say, Unity Party can lie, and be careful with them. And let's correct this. And Mr. Gibson, you can tell me if I'm wrong. The success of the government is not based on what the opposition says. United Party said they will bring 285 yellow machines. As I was saying, they will not bring 285 yellow machines. It is not their failure not to bring a yellow machine is not because of what I say. Oh, only because I said they won't bring 285 yellow machine, so it means they won't bring it. Then it will be based on what I say. The success of the country is on the workings of the government and not what someone says. How has it become a time where the government only feels like they will fail because of what people say? It only tells you of the nature of the government, wherein they got no clue on where they're going. Every day, the government is listening to people from the street saying how the country is getting hard and worse. They want to look for a scapegoat. The reason why they are breaking no job, because somewhere, somehow, Edwin Snow says something. And now we can speculate. The government is a government of lies. They can lie themselves out. Imagine, this man took hours upon hours to sit down and type lies. What kind of a responsible government takes their time to lie? You will take hours not solving the problems from the water side, not solving the problems from the market, But just to lie as a government, it is a shame. Of course, the government needs to own up to their failures. And not because Jawasin Koji says something, Kep Hassan says something. That's the reason why they didn't bring 285 yellow machine. It is because of their lies and their failure for which they are failing. So, Jalime Pierre, you can look for your scapegoat, but stop the lies, man. You lie into power. It is okay. You cannot lie to govern a country. No.
Okay, Asa, thank you. Gibson, let's come to you. Talk to us about this intent, if you have any clue. Then we will go to the yellow machine and close on the non-permanent seat, and then we'll leave from here. Folks, continue to share the show.
Gives me the first to get his intent. That gives me the first to presume what was happening.
But,
you are the first.
No, I was just asking Gibson to comment at the time because you know he just came out with his first statement. So let's give him another round. Yeah.
Start on. I'm not a traditional politician. So I'm trying to edge into politics, and I think I will learn from a politician. But being cautious as a journalist, we are always suspicious of people's comment, and we always read from between people's lips. What could be the reason why the person is saying this? If you look at Edwin Snow is not going to be president in 2029 because of today. Even if you say you want to be contesting, I don't think Joseph Oga is looking at Edwin Snow as a competitor. He's looking at George Weah as a competitor, and that's what it looks like. So, what could be the only reason why they will say something like that about Snow? That Snow want to destabilize his government. What could be the reason? Look at the quotation. Every word of the quotation. I mean, why would the information minister? Do they have something that we haven't seen? Because it's possible that they will want the whole public to guess and guess and guess and guess and guess, and we all damn them and all condemn and everything, and then they put the video up, and then we say, oh, we thought we were not there. But right now, it's the time for them to put the video up. I'm interested in knowing when the Snow say he's going to destabilize the government. And when he was on air with you, I watched it from end start to finish. When he appeared the next time with the rest of the people, when he clarified, I also watched it. So I'm very, very cautious of condemning Jeremy Pierre, but I'm also very, very much understanding why the government should want to do this. Snow opposed the replacement of representatives of Liberia to the ECOWAS Parliament, and he gave the reason. He didn't just oppose it; he was advising against it and said, "Don't do it because it will not work." And because he said it will not work, probably some people in the political setting or in the power corridor will say, "My man, Snow they undermine us. They make a lot of influence. Well, he don't want to. They put not to do it." Somebody can say that, can lie about it, or is it just a political gimmick to put Snow on the spotlight and say Snow wants to destroy the government? He wants to destabilize the government. What is it? And I think my only motive I can find is based on my very own qualified, on authentic, on verified, on second party or conversations that ECOWAS is considering not to support Liberia. ECOWAS membership may not support Liberia for the UN on non-permanent seat. That's my view. The people I talk to may be doing it to set me up and say, Gibson, go say that nonsense up there so you can look bad. And the person that call me and say, maybe this is a situation, could be doing that. But if all things go straight, if all things go well, and what they said makes sense, then I think the government is trying to hinge this on Snow so that just in case Liberia loses the permanent seat, they will say, y'all, Snow say you are going to destroy Liberia. Snow say you're going to go to ECOWAS. You are going to go to the international community and make sure that Liberia is destabilized. You are succeeding in doing it. That's all they are trying to do. That's my motive. Nothing else unless we hear and see the video that they depended upon and made the quotation. If they had just said it without quotation, It's not that we wouldn't be talking like this. It is because of the quotation that we are talking like this. Because before you
so I agree, but we're gonna have Snow on the show on Tuesday by God's grace. Snow coming to talk to us and talk to the nation and talk to ECOWAS about it as well through this video, because it's only fair to do so. I am disappointed in Jeremy Pierre and the Minister of Information. I do not believe that President Bouaka instructed Jeremy Pierre to do such a letter. I do not believe that the president will invite Snow in his home, right? With the Vice President Jeremiah Combs and the protest. And then 1 week after, tell Jeremy Pierre, say, go write a damning letter on Snow and put out and spread out all those gibberish. I do not believe it. I can believe anything. I don't believe this one. President Bouaka have no right
to resign. I don't think Snow should resign from the ECOWAS.
No, Snow is not resigning. We're going to read the Snow letter. He's not resigning. Snow not saying he was resigning from ECOWAS. He didn't say that.
He said, I will take the on. Okay, maybe I read
No, let me read the letter, because a lot of people calling me on this. No, they didn't say he resigning. No. But my position here, the disappointment is with Jeremy Pierre. It's not with President Bouaka. I do believe President Bouaka was informed about this letter that Jeremy Pierre wrote. President Bouaka was informed. I also believe that Vice President Jeremiah Combs is informed of this letter, but they didn't give any instruction to Jeremy Pierre as to the content of this letter. The clips are there. So therefore, if they realize that yes, indeed, they are not part of this letter, I believe they should ask Jeremy Pierre to put out another statement.
Then they should withdraw it, Senator.
Kev, let me do my talking. I'm begging you back. So I want to say to everyone, I don't think President Bouaka hand or Jeremiah Combs hand in this one. I do not believe so. And there will be nobody, not even opposition or imposition, can make me believe that President Bouaka hand in this one. I don't think so. Let's read the Snow.
But Stan, can I ask you something before you go forward?
But hold on, Damo, can you zoom in on it? It's so far on. Maybe if you call it by 2 paragraphs each and put it up, it will zoom out. Yeah, what do you say, my brother?
No, I just wanted to ask you something. Stan, how is the government working? Can you give us an idea on how the government is
dysfunctional?
But you are not stint on that, Kev. You got to control yourself, my man. They have some they're trying to do this thing.
Give us an idea how the government.
Can you say after we get on a bad feedback, Isaac, please? I heard your question. Can you mute yourself, please? We get on a bad feedback, please. I want to say to you, Isaac, it's really important to say what we are saying here. If Jeremy Pierre took upon himself to write the letter the way in which he wrote the letter, that statement, there is a problem. If this was done, Jeremy Pierre solely, then I think we got an issue here. Then I think beyond the same, the government, the president, should talk to Jeremy Pierre. But can Jeremy Pierre come out this week and say, yes, I did it because I have evidence and reason to write the letter such a way? We want to see. But I believe the government is now operating on a quasi system that every ministry and every entity can do his or her own thing. They are their own bosses there. They can run it and those entity and ministry in a which way, and the president will sit there and they do not follow the command of the president. For God's sake, my fellow Liberian, this is Joseph Yema Bouaka inviting Snow in his home. I do not believe President Bouaka then will turn around and stab Snow in the back. Everything the president wanted to tell Snow, he told Snow. He had no reason to go through Jeremy Pierre and say Snow say he come to burn the building and call for a coup in the country. No. That which was done, it was done by Snow alone. I mean, by Pierre alone. I do believe so. So as I hope I answer your question, I want us to go to this letter. Damo still trying to work on it. But the letter is up. Hey, if we can take it by 2 paragraphs and zoom in, it would be better. But let me read what Snow said, and then from there we will go to 2 commercial breaks for today and close up on the yellow machine. This is what Snow said, guys. There we go. So Snow said, it is with deep concern and profound disappointment that I respond to an official statement issued by the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism. I will jump to the next paragraph. This statement was issued while I am currently on official assignment in the Kingdom of Sweden as part of the mission of the ECOWAS Parliament. The timing and content of this accusation are not only inappropriate, but also reflective of a disturbing and deliberate attempt to damage my reputation and cast aspersion on my integrity as a statesman, representative of the Liberian people, and a responsible member of the opposition. Let me state unequivocally and for the record, I categorically reject and condemn these allegations as entirely baseless, malicious, and politically motivated. I wish to state for the record that at no point have I made any statement that could be interpreted as inciting panic, promoting instability, or threatening the democratic order of our country. Neither have I leveraged my network in ECOWAS, internal institution, or other international organization to orchestrate destabilization of the Liberian government. In view of this, no, we missed something. The irresponsible and reckless statement issued by the government of Liberia amount to nothing less than an implicit accusation of treason, one of the gravest charges under the Constitution that I do not take lightly. Such an accusation is not only wholly unfounded and defamatory, but also constitutes a serious affront to the principle of democracy, the rule of law, and the constitutional safeguards that protect all citizens of the Republic. Can we go to the next one, Dama, if you have it? In view of this regrettable development, I have taken the, okay, Dama, that one up there. The difficult decision, I think that's what it says, the difficult decision to terminate my participation in the ECOWAS Parliament mission and return home. Let me pause here for a bit. People are confused with this and say Snow resigned from ECOWAS. No, he was on a mission and he's saying that he would leave the mission and go back to the country. Snow didn't resign from ECOWAS. That's not what he's saying, Gibson. The mission that he was on currently,
I agree.
Yes, he's saying I'm leaving it and I'm going back to Liberia to solve this problem. Thank you. Damo, can you take it down, please? All right. So let's close on this, guys. 30 seconds each. Mami, am I correct? Snow is not resigning. He's not leaving.
Yeah,
but
he's not resigning. I think we should move forward. He's not resigning. It's clear. It's clear.
It's clear.
All right. Thank you very much. Let me come in. Today is the birthday of a wonderful man. This guy here, his wife gave us hard time. Again, everybody should applaud her. She begged today. This is his birthday. She said, Stanton, I think she reached out a good day. She said, listen, that my husband's birthday, she's a military woman. She's on tour. She said, I'm saying to you, please, 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 go ahead and celebrate him. His name is James. What's his name? Hey, James. James, I said, oh, James.
Pay some money?
Huh?
Did she pay some money?
Yeah, my man, it's not a business, though. It's a network business. All right. This is from Princess T.
I want to use the opportunity to send my birthday.
You say you will see. Call the number. Her name is Princess T. Dawei, Madam Princess Dawei. I am the wife of Mr. Terrence M. Dawei. He worked for the Liberia National Police personally, and he is strong and never missed a day following of the Spoon program. Yes, he always follow us. We want to say happy birthday. Today is your birthday, by the way. Happy birthday to you. It's for your lovely wife, Princess Dawei. Again, it's a special day. She want, amen. The woman says she miss you. Amen. Hey, God. I mean, I hope you're home. I am a travel registered nurse on active duty. She's a nurse. She's in the military. She's on active duty. And as you can see, she couldn't make it to Liberia for your birthday this year, but she giving you hugs, she giving you kisses, she love you. She says she's thinking about you. I know you guys have spoken already, but she want to say to you, my brother, happy Terrence D, happy birthday. She giving you all the beautiful picture. She said, look at all the photos, but stay home. Please do not go to any community thing. Please, remember your birthday. Today is your birthday. The woman missing you. She's working so hard. Just be on the phone with her till tomorrow. Then you can do anything you want to do after tomorrow. I beg you, tell me.
I worry about the credit.
Anything you want to do it after tomorrow, but right now don't do it. The woman thinking on you. I also want to say, yes, we're going to say, don't forget Win Liberia. We want to go ahead and bring one last commercial over real quick. After this, we'll talk about the yellow machine briefly, and that then we get out of here. I want to ask a question, though, what you think on the non-permanent seat. What your take? You think Liberia going to win? I really want to know tonight. I have my view, and I will give you.
It's the Win Liberia.
You see, that good they doing that thing. Could they go ahead, play your commercial?
It's the Win Liberia jackpot. The Win Liberia jackpot. The Win Liberia jackpot on Spoon Talk. Spoon Talk. Yes, the Win Liberia jackpot is here. For just $200 Liberian dollars, you can win from 20,000 Liberian dollars, 50,000 Liberian dollars, 100,000 Liberian dollars, 200,000 Liberian dollars, 500,000 Liberian dollars, and up to 1 million Liberian dollars. For the Win Liberia jackpot on Spoon Talk, dial *255*2#. That's *255*2#. The more you play, the better your chances. It's the
Thank you. Let's go ahead with Swami.
Looking for one place that does it all? Come to King V Multipurpose in Newark. At King V Multipurpose, we offer photography and printing, flight and travel bookings, money transfer and financial services, graphic design, custom t-shirts, passport photos, business support, and so much more. At King V Multipurpose, we are also specialized in immigration consultation. Visit us today at 515 Clinton Avenue, Newark, New Jersey, or call us on our numbers. Better still, you can email our CEO, King V Swari. King V Multipurpose, where service meets satisfaction.
Thank you very much, guys. Let me ask you a question real quick. We're done with this commercial real quick. Let me ask you, my man, what's your take on the non-permanent seat?
Very optimistic. I mean, over the last 1 year, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs have placed in a lot of work, a lot of strategic engagement, a lot of broad publicity. I've read multiple communiques to different major stakeholders justifying why they should lend their support to Liberia. I'm very positive based on the work done across the region. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs went beyond bounds. There were strategic individuals who had special relationship with different leaders in different countries. They reached out to those individuals. Say, for example, somebody know that if you got to Asido, you're able to get directly to Gibson Jeru. But because you cannot get to Gibson Jeru, so you go to Asido, so Asido get to Gibson Jeru on your behalf. They did that. So they use multiple means to get to different countries and different leaders to see reason why Liberia should be supported to the non-permanent seat. Those efforts, I believe, the way they were structured, the way they were followed, the systematic approach, the investment they put into it, the strategy, the thinking, the follow-ups, I'm very positive Liberia will win the seat, and the benefit thereof will accrue to the country over time.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations in advance to Madam Sarah Beslo Nyanti and her team for the work they put in place in the last 12 months. A lot of work.
Again, thank you very much. Gibson, what's your take?
For us as Liberians, we should be hopeful that this will be something that will happen. No Liberian should wish that Liberia should not get the seat. I'm a little bit doubtful because there are 5 countries that are competing for this, if I'm not mistaken, for this seat. So I don't know what level of work the other people have done. I know Liberia has voted in certain ways at the UN, changed their vote in favor of Israel and all that. I hope it's not going to affect them, because if you vote against countries like America and stuff, America get their own diplomacy. They go around and convince people and tell you we'll support you. If you get there, we'll make sure that we'll support you. Or if you vote for the person, we're gonna work with you. These are all major powers like America to help you to get there. So Liberia has a lot of work. I don't know what level of work that Mommy has read or he has seen, but I don't see it in the Liberian media. I don't see the kind of publicity. I don't see it in the kind of publicity. I see people writing releases that want to destabilize the country, but I don't see publicity in the media about how Liberia is vigilantly working. I don't see a voice prompt. I don't see promos. I don't see how they have gotten engaged with other countries. But again, Sana, we should be hopeful for our country. I really like for Liberia to get it. I just don't know how much work they have done. It's not much in the press. It's not much visible. But like Mami said, he has seen a lot. So I hope that he has seen a lot. It will help. But I don't think Liberia stands a good chance. The 5 countries that are vying, most of them have a lot of sway in this thing. So we hope that Liberia will get it. That's our prayer. It will make us good if we get it. At least for the first time, maybe for the second time, we will be occupying a major United Nations seat, which is a very good thing for us. We can't wish evil for our country, even if we are not, even if we are in the opposition. That's where I stand on this.
Thank you very much. I said, what's your position here?
So, Stanton, in July of 2023, 2 things happened. The ECOWAS, during its ordinary sitting, endorsed Liberia's candidature as its sole representative for the UN General Council permanent seat. The entire West Africa. Again, on July 18, 2023, Front Page Africa reports Liberia commends African Union for the formal endorsement of Liberia's bid for the UN General Council seat. What it means is we can play all the politics. His Excellency, the former ambassador, came here, President Weah and the team did all of the work. The only thing you need to do, maintain, go, and get. Oh. AU, the whole Africa, endorsed Liberia, so we're carrying you as our own man. ECOWAS, the whole region, endorsed Liberia, so we're carrying you as our own man. The only thing you need to do now is just maintain it, go and get it. That's all. If Liberia does not get elected on the seat, we will have to ask President Braga and his team too many questions. If they do get elected, though, we all can be happy, and we all know exactly that this whole thing came from 2023, like we're saying, from Page Africa, is even on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs website. You can go there. The permanent mission in New York is on the website. You can go there. So that was a deal seal. Hey, you got more work to do. The only thing you do, be nice. That's all. And go and get it. So this thing, we are confident. Hopefully, Liberia will be selected. Let our people do the right thing. We know a lot of going back and forth. That's all. So any mistake that Liberia does not, President Barker will have to say a lot, because there was a silver platter.
Do you think Liberia will be selected?
You know, my brother Jerome already, the guy say put the cat out of the bag. We are optimistic they should be. But with the internal wrangling and little backdoor information we've been getting, it seems to be a little bit of reconsideration from people based on things that have been happening since President Barker came to power. they've kind of having a second thought that the government has not been respecting the rule of law, and they don't want to, all kinds of things on it. But we are optimistic that they should be, because the work has been done by Kemea, His Excellency, the former ambassador, President Weah, and the team. Although the current people follow up on some other things here, but that endorsement, that agreement was sealed from July 2023, and that was it.
So you think there will be?
That's why I'm optimistic. I want to be on the side of being optimistic. But as to if they will be finally, it will be based on how they go and grab it. Go and grab it, don't fall down. When you fall down, then you miss it. So I'm optimistic. Hopefully they will.
Okay, let's hear you.
We always say this. There's a difference between the government and what Liberia want. But what the government is going by, everything I've seen for the past almost 2 years in this government, in my mind, I'm speaking for me, Kev Hassan, not for the CDC, not for the party. It's me. That's my view. I don't want the government to succeed in this non-permanent seat. I don't. Reason number one, this government is a failure. They fail. I'm looking at the breakdown of the rule of law. If they succeed, the international community is giving them a blessing for them to continue to what they are doing to the people of Liberia. And I'm calling on the international community to watch and see what this government is doing to work towards the ordinary Liberian, our people. But the policy of this government, they are now worth to be on that seat. I wish the international community should consider. But George Weah government did all the work. Maybe because of that, they might succeed, because George Weah did all the work. And Sarah Beslow acknowledged that on her appearance on another network, and she said, kudos to George Weah government for doing all the work. Maybe that will follow them. She acknowledged that. We gave it to her. But where I'm standing right now, I wish for this government to not succeed. Let me tell you, Stanton, I don't want this government to succeed based on the policy. When you come out and you take out people for supplementary payroll, when you take out like
so we got to
move. But let me just tell you right now, because but people will take the sign back, and then I should give the reason. I should give the reason.
So Kev, we got to move. So your position
but let me give the reason.
From us have been optimistic. You said it's true.
Because yes.
Thank you. With 13 minutes past the time, let me just say my own. But I do believe that the government will be successful, my man. And I pray it's not because of Unity Party government or CDC, because of Liberia. I want this government to succeed. It's not because of an individual, Gibson. I want us, this will be our second time on the non-permanent seat, right? This will be our second time. If the history got me right. I want us to succeed because of the benefit this will bring to Liberia, not because of the politics. And I hope and I pray, and every Liberian, from now to the next week or so, 2 weeks or so, just pray. If Liberia is back on the non-permanent seat, negotiation will be better for us. Other benefits other countries have received through these channels will be better for us. Whether it was started with Joe Manawea or Madam Seli and now President Barker, this is when you say, Mambe, government is continuity. This is when you say that, Gibson. This is when you say, even If we're going to have the Buguman government there today, we're all going to come up and champion that Buguman government and say, yes, let's do it for Liberia. I will say this all. Let's read this. Non-permanent member of the UN Security Council, the General Assembly elect non-permanent members for 2 years terms. End this of the term. All these people end this coming up. All of them. We have 5 African countries. Somebody says something. All of country, they are optimistic. All of country are negotiating seriously too. You don't know the negotiation tactic. So anything can happen. But what we have heard, and I got no fish to fry in there, but to wish my country, Liberia, the best, and I hope Liberia succeed. So they should go all over on the international wire, on the national wire. Everybody should put politics aside. Joey, I go help us in there. Joey, I say no. Madam said he go there. Madam said he say yeah. They were dancing and Joseph Barker. Yeah, that was Cyril Besto. They won. Yeah, let's forget all of that. Let's do it for country. You know. But to each his own. Kept saying he prayed to God. That the country don't get it. That kept business. If you're from Liberia, you will not pray to God that the country don't get it. If you're from Sierra Leone, you pray to God that Liberia don't get it. So what I would say, yeah, it's plain and simple. I do believe wherever you find yourself, we all together can make this better for our country. And I think Liberia deserves it than any African country in the world. I do believe Liberia deserves it and Liberia should have it. So on that note, we're going to close out on the yellow machine real quick. Tomorrow you got to come back for the full conversation on the yellow machine. Something is happening. And I just wanted to just skim it real quick. I beg you guys. Then from there, those that want to leave can leave. I will hang on to take phone calls. But I beg in every one of you, been a good show, a beautiful Sunday show. And again, we begging you right now, listen, we will go to the phone line, we will take calls, but let's briefly talk about yellow machine. We received some documents.
Before you go there, our opponent, I think, is Democratic Republic of Congo. So we'll see if we can.
There's a reason why Congo is stronger. Because you know what they did, the Mame and myself were discussing that shit to take America's side, right?
Exactly.
And that's our fear. I have that, and I never wanted to put it up because I wanted us to go into it.
Go ahead.
You know, now Congo shifted. They had a new alignment with America, and this make things to be tough. But we are optimistic. We are hopeful. Maybe, who knows? Maybe we will win. And I do believe that we will win this thing. I do believe so, and I hope we do. And I pray.
I pray they don't.
And I pray to God. And remember, we're not playing here, but let's see somebody talk to.
No, Stanton, I'm serious, man. That's what I mean.
But stop interrupting me now, brother. Hey, you're truly talking your own. We hear you, please. All right, so let's go to the yellow machine. Mame, let me start with you on the yellow machine. I'm confused, Mame. What's the status of the yellow machine?
Why
he laughing? You know what you was saying, he laughing.
Why see you want to use me to chew a pepper?
You want to
use my mother to chew a pepper?
No, because what's the start of Mommy? What is the start of the yellow machine?
Based on the information we have, the yellow machine will definitely be coming to the country.
Correct.
It will help to address road infrastructure challenges. It will also help with farming and agricultural activities. What has happened is, like we say here from the beginning, the role of opposition, the role of critical minds, sometimes they call it fourth estate, sometimes they call civil society. The role is not to wish and pray for the government to not do better. That role is to push the government to do better. So in the yellow machine case, we saw the way it began. And we said, no, we want the yellow machine to come. It will address the road problem, but it has to go through a process. The reason why that process is important is because it reduces the chances of elite capture. It ensures value for money. So let's go through that process. We've been going back and forth. The president constituted a committee. The committee did vetting. We say go through the process laid down by law. We are getting information that the Ministry of Public Works have asked the PPCC, which is the government institution responsible to procure or authorize procurement, everything that has been happening. The Ministry of Public Works has written the executive director of the Public Procurement Concession Commission to say, we have this list of contractors, we want to proceed, and requesting your authorization for no objection to proceed. That is what we said. If you had done this in 2029, let me say 2029, if you had done this in 2024, from the beginning of the process, if you had done this, by now the yellow machine in the country, we all noise. But because we delayed, we went back and forth, we're doing it now. But still, the good news is the yellow machine will come to the country and address the road issue. The actions in the past were not intended to stop it. We're not praying for it to not come. Was only saying the way you're proceeding, hey, pay attention, this is the right way, this is the better way. And that is the way now we see they are proceeding to bring the yellow machine. We're happy it will come. We'll go into the next stage of what our observations are regarding the yellow machine coming after the procurement process.
Azzy, you listen to that great layout by my man.
I don't know about that being the great layout. So a wrong does not oversee another wrong. A wrong is equal to wrong when it is wrong. All that, I don't know what the great layout you talk about. Maybe you heard it differently. I heard like, I'm not sure what he was saying. Maybe I need to look at it again. But sometimes we know what is going on with the other machine. The government is in a state of, certain war kept used the last time. I don't even know what that war, long war. They're confused. Don't know what they want to do. First off, they are not doing no procurement or anything. They are not procuring anything. Like you say, you got all the letters. One, the president went and said, oh, you know what? I got my friend. He gave me us 285 yellow machine on a gentleman agreement. We came, we thought. Oh, no, not gentleman agreement anymore. We'll go. I bet double jala. Don't pay for that thing, you will see. We go. He said, no, that $85 million for we thought. He said, no, we make it 22 million. See, now 85. Oh, no, we bring team or PPCC come. They go say, oh, with 8 people who want to. The president said, no. Oh, Kamudi, I'm wrecking you. I agree with what you say. Stand on, what is the government doing? PPCC and the other people say they're doing procurement thing. The person writing Gamundi or whatever his name, say, my man, come, bring your thing, what you say. In no time, we saw another letter, they say, you know what, we are doing restricted bidding with this company. While we look at restricted bidding, they say, you know what, the 8 people that are our choice. Gibson, please help me, what is the government doing? Do you understand anything there? So let me sum this up like I said it last time. I personally, I'm not sure if 285 yellow machine will solve Liberia's problem. I don't know how the government came up with 285. Why it's not 15? Why it's not 20? I don't know. They know. But this is what I believe and this is what I know. 285 yellow machine will not come to Liberia. Again, I am not saying yellow machine will not come. What I'm saying, number 285 pieces will not come to Liberia. This is another lie out on the lie.
People in the chat room. People in the chat room.
This is the lie continuation of lies. Gibson, please take my recording and keep it. 285 yellow machine will not come to Liberia. We know the reason we're saying it. Yes, they may bring 15. They may bring 20, they may bring 60, they may bring 100, 285 will not come. Right now, nobody knows who was procuring. Initially, they said they were using the Ministry of State Supplement Budget Land to procure it. In no time, PPCC was the one heading thing. And then we go see letter coming from Public Works. So nobody's sure exactly who was doing what. Apparently, MCC will be the next person now trying to bring someone to bring yellow machine. If it leaves from MCC, it go to PCC. So the government is it's just confused as to what they want to do because they didn't do no due diligence from the beginning. They did not have any reason why they needed 285 yellow machine. They say it will boost agriculture. So as soon as you bring 285 yellow machine, then agriculture will be going up in Liberia.
Let's finish up. Let go to KFC, please. KFC, thank you, Isaac. Would I hear you, KFC?
I sent you pieces of break up paragraphs and stuff.
You wanted me to put it up?
I want you to put some of them up. First of all, let's start from the interview, the bid. 3 companies submitted unsolicited bid to the Ministry of Public Works. And the Ministry of Public Works says they were using the data of the 3 unsolicited bids to determine the validity of this project, of this bid. But meanwhile, they listed 8 companies that they are determining the fit of 8 companies on the basis of the 3 companies that they said they received unsolicited bid from. Then they are telling PPCC the president already approved 22 million. So I'm confused. Is this a bid that is being considered, or is the president already approved the unsolicited bid of the 3 companies, and have they chosen a company to go ahead with the project? I'm confused. 3 companies send you and say, "My man, we want to do that here. We will bring the yellow machine. Here is how much we're going to spend." You take the 3 companies' bids and then scrap it to 8 companies. Then you roll PPCC and say, "These are the 8 companies in the restricted bid." But in fact, all that I'm telling you now, even though we have the 8 companies, but the president already approved 22 million. So what PPC going to do? If PPC realizes that 22 million was not the right price, can they go down? Or if PPC believe that 22 million may be the least, and can they go up? Can they even do evaluation? I don't know what public works are doing here. They are confusing us. Is the president already accepted the bid? Or are they still doing the bid? Or are they using 3 companies unsolicited bidding for 8 companies? This is convoluted. I think what has happened is that they're trying to save the neck of the president. The president has made categorical statement in the past about this yellow machine, the 285 yellow machine, which I'm told it has a connection with the vice president. I don't say the vice president's friend was the one who is offering those stuff. We don't have any authentic information yet coming from that end until he agrees to that. I think the president made too many statements. My friend is paying, we're not paying 5% for it. We're not going to pay down for it. This is something, it's a gift from a friend. Now it is no longer a gift. Liberia is going to be paying $22 million. So what happened to the first statement the president made? Is this still a gift? Or are we paying for it? Are we still doing the bidding process? Or the president already approved $22 million? This is very convoluted. And I think they are to save the neck of the president. And we can all see through that. But let's see if the 285 yellow machine comes. I want them to send 20 or 30 to Grand Jillet. And then so they can fix that road quickly and then we can go home. But Stanton, the president blundered from the beginning. This was never a gift. He lied to the Liberian people. Now that it has caught up with him, we're now going to spend $22 million for the yellow machine. We are not even doing bidding because he already approved it. There's no bidding here anymore. Probably we're telling him,
So
don't do
let
that.
we'll do another quick round on this. I think people are, reviewing those documents that we have shared. Kev, let me hear you on the yellow machine.
Stanton, one of the things we need to focus on, who trying to scam the Liberian people over $80 million? Who trying to scam the Liberian people? I believe that this president is in the know of scamming Liberian people because he's on tape and saying Double Jala should look for the money. He's on tape. The president and his government wanted to scam the Liberian people. And it's because of this network and other that push on this yellow machine, they retracted. But they were bringing the yellow machine, which was a smaller amount, pack it to BTC and get $80-something million. That was done deal. But because of this network and people stood up, and that's where they tried to play games. So we should go back to this. Why this government were trying to scam the Liberian people of the $80-something million, where we have USA and everybody withdraw from the country that we need money for a hospital. Look at LU. Look at what's going on there. 1 year, Stanton, 1 year. No university in Liberia under Joseph Imam Bokai, folks were going to school. 1 year. First time in the history in post-war, even in Taylor, people were going to school. This government in the entire West Africa that I know, in 2024, no public university were going to school, but they were scamming the government of $80-something million. And this president was on tape saying Double Jala should provide the money. So that's what I think we should be asking, not the yellow machine. They're gonna play the games. Though, like Isaac Doe said, no 200-something coming. That's a fact. They will be bringing here and there. But what we need to the question we need to go to, the question we need to ask, why they wanted to scam the Liberian people? So let's say if there was no spoon, Stanton, to call on those things, what will happen by now? What will happen? Somebody, Mama Ability and Grace Pay, and then will be dancing and with the money right now. See, you saw her with her yellow. What they're passing around. They were celebrating our millions. That's what we need to speak on. They are scammers. They are scammers.
Thank you. Let me say something about the yellow machine. And let's just agree. And maybe people will be somehow with my position tonight gives in. You know when it started where with the $80 million, Norse and Mama Car, Benito was on the car, celebrating, and when the Guinness came out, everybody happy that we get a yellow machine. Yellow machine is a good thing. But it started on the bad foot and gives in. Maybe it was because of the hype. Maybe people were just overly excited. Yellow machine is not a bad thing. It is a good thing. Imagine we just got out of election, and now opposition will be mad at me though. We just got out of election, and somebody told President Barker, hey, we're bringing 285 yellow machine to help with your agricultural project, help with roads, development, and everything. Everybody was happy. Now, who will say the devil is in the details? That was Brother Fadiga. Now, the devils came in the detail with that big information Gibson. People saw it to be chopping. Right, Mommy? Some people think we are about to chop. Hey, yeah, the president says great achievement in my first year. But then some bad people came in. Some bad folks, some bad dudes came in. And they began to sell this thing the wrong way. At the end of the day, what happened? The president came up together and set up a committee And he told his number one advisor, Mame, Jeremiah Kuhn, and said, you be the head of that committee. You go ahead and make sure everything is done correctly. Where the money will come from, how much you're going to pay, how we're going to get a machine here, come back and report to me. And this is when I will come in and speak truth to power. That was done. No one on set will tell us, say, that wasn't a good job. That was a damn good job. From 84 million, it came to 20-something million. In the process, who was given the first option here? Gumeni, right? Because he brought in, he told the president, said, I got this deal. He brought in his first 31 to 32 machines. So what will you do if that's your friend and you want to do business with him? Well, a gentleman agreement, they gave him the first option. So the back and forth, and now my CDC friends now getting mad at me, Mambi, right? Because I'm explaining this story as truthful as I can explain the story. So the letter was written to Gumeni. Papa said, okay, Gumeni, you agree on $22,000, but we get some finishing conversation here. 1,000, you would train 1,000 men, you would bring extra parts, you will put warranty for 3 years, we have no problem, blah, 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 blah. From my information, Gumeni had cold feet. After you have all the benefits attached to this 22 million. Gumeni said, I can do 22 million and 22 million alone. As evidenced by this letter here. And I want people to copy this letter. The person I said it, he agreed. He said, Gumeni, you want to put it in writing. Guess when you get the letter, don't tell you didn't get the letter. Since then, the back and forth. Guys, let's explain the story. If President Braga made a mistake, we say it. If Jeremiah made a mistake in the transaction, we say it. The back and forth, the government got to move on. Other suggestion came in place. Now, man, Caterpillar, will it be a good suggestion? Can we go with Caterpillar or worldwide thing? Everybody knows spare parts all over. People begin to investigate. Look at the names of these people that are bidding. Evergreen Import and Export, GM Logistic, ABK Incorporated, American Procurement Service LLC, Family Line Energies, DRTS Logistic, Sino Truck, Cape Automobile Solution. You have 8 of them. 8 of them. So what would a good government do? Say all of you go for the bid. Who wins? But with this restriction, the president also suggested to Jeremiah Kuhn, the chair on our committee, with this letter. And this was suggestion. The Honorable Jeremiah Kuhn, March 27, 2025. Reference is made to your report concerning acquisition of the heavy-duty equipment.
Oh, get on the screen.
It's on the screen. Are you not seeing it?
No, it's not.
I'm reading it from the screen, though.
It's on the screen, Gibson. It's on.
Maybe your computer is delayed. Yeah.
Wear your glasses.
I have received and noted the following proposal. 1, signing. Listen up. This letter came from the executive marshal signed by President Bwakao. He is telling the chair, Jeremiah Kuhn. 1, signing for 22 million, Sony. 2, Chantois for 27 million. 3, Caterpillar for 24 million. These are the proposal the president said he had reviewed and he have noted. 3, right here, Mame. All of the 8, the president said he had reviewed these 3 proposals as of March 27, 2025. I know that the Caterpillar universal renown and repetition for durability makes significant the price differential with the lowest bidder. The president is making an argument here. Additionally, Caterpillar offer far the training by Caterpillar personnel of 1,000 Liberians to operate and maintain the equipment makes it interesting. The president's second argument, this is worldwide. They will train 1,000 men. And our two significant points, my Liberian people, President Boakai is making. And who is this Caterpillar person? Who owns that company in Liberia? That's a Liberian. That's a Liberian. Trust me, my friend, I can tell you if President Boakai is wrong. But the president is going somewhere here. 3, I accordingly interpose no objection to the selection of Caterpillar and direct that you proceed. Come get this center. All right, sir. I'll see you later. And listen, I accordingly interpose no objection to the selection of Caterpillar and direct that you proceed to conclude the acquisition of the equipment as further delay will impact government's credibility. Also taking into consideration is that of payment plan. You will also engage Mr. Gumeni, who in good faith initiated the project. Guys, this letter is a big breaking news. The president covered every aspect, and then the president is sending Jeremiah Kuna, please go and talk to Gumendi, because we have offered Gumendi at first, but now I have no objection that because of this reason, we should go with Caterpillar. Mami, I have another document I will be putting out tomorrow. Because of time, we cannot put everything out. The personal position to show interest in Caterpillar. Caterpillar is owned by how you call it? ABK. ABK, Alio Kamar, or Liberian. Take that into consideration. Training 1,000 men. Warranty for so many years. But hey, Mr. Jeremiah Kum, don't forget our friend Gumeni. Go and talk to him. He initiated the project. Talk to me, my man. All my CNC brother, they're running up and down the system. Listen, guys, I've been following this story. I have all my sources connected, and I believe the direction we all can agree, mommy, the government blunder 2024. But coming on track now, who can pull forward? Talk to me.
Stanton, when you confuse, you get confused. If you decide to be confused, you be confused forever. It is simple. The way the government proceeded from the beginning was not appropriate. That chapter ends. Government initiated a new process. The president letter to the Senate, to the House of Representatives, is the official communication on the initial process. And the president said in that letter that his friend proposed this to him, and there were no agreement reached. It was a gentleman agreement, gentleman proposal. And the president committed that if we decide to move forward, we'll make sure we do it in accordance with the best practice. Everybody here on social media is celebrating Tuareg in Burkina Faso. When Tuareg want buy machine, doesn't go through PPCC, doesn't go to legislature. He called the company to bring the machine and start his work. He wants to do something.
You want to mentor government?
Eh?
You think a mentor government will do well?
No. I'm not saying so. I mean, we'll talk that one later. Tier one Congress, the diplomatic kind of Tuareg, but we'll talk that one later. I'm saying this to say that we have a democratic system that is working. The president subjected the process. We are at the point where the yellow machines will arrive and address the people problem. All the story we're explaining. When the yellow machine hits the ground, move in the villages, opening the roads, you can go on with all your narrative about whether who call Mr. Gumendi, or who are having yellow jacket on them, once the people roads are open, the people are relieved, and the process went through what is required by law, the story is over. But yes, it did not start well, but yes, it is ending well. That is how a democratic government works. That is what we hope for. That is what we push for. Now a government who you will see all the evidence that it is wrong, and you insist that what you will do. Any government that does that in the past, in the present, in the future is wrong and doesn't belong in the future of our country.
I do believe that you are quite correct. And I think on this end, well, we wind down with our closing. Let's go to Kev Hassan. All right, Kev Hassan is busy. We're gonna move ahead to you, Asido. Let's hear you.
No, I didn't hear you. Come back again. I didn't hear you.
Yeah, Kevin, you can come after me. No
Okay,
problem.
No problem. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, but start on. I can say something. I will not talk if you don't put what I sent you up. Me, I will not talk today. Put what I sent you up. I want to ask very simple question. Today, me, I will not talk if you don't put it up. Oh yeah. You know, we always said this thing. A gentleman say when you put $100 in the oil and you remove it, it will never change from being $100. Even though oil may a load different, but it's still $100. Something I wouldn't for you. That my thing I say, you say you can see it, you put it up before I thought today. Put my screenshot.
We'll come back to you now. Let's go to Gibson. Let me find out. I'm looking for it. I'm looking for it.
All right. Let me talk. So this is from Mame, April 4th. JMB accepts VP-led committee recommendations on the machine. In addition to the machine, Caterpillar will train 1,000 Liberians and maintain the machine. JMB instructs VP Kuhn, I direct that you proceed and conclude the acquisition of the machine without further delays. So you can put it down. Yeah, I'm just issuing my beer, right? They will train 1,000 Liberians from Caterpillar. So my people, you stop lying to the Liberian people.
But wait, let me ask a question.
No, stand on my
No, let me ask you. You ask a question. I say you ask a question. Let me.
No, stand up, people.
I say, yeah. I want to see this. I said, wait, Kev, stop, man, stop.
Yeah, but Mommy will defend your own team.
No, Kev, stop. I say, it's right in this paragraph. You ask question. Yeah, let me help, my man. We're not forcing. I say we still talk. I say ask question. Well, the Caterpillar will train 1,000 Liberians. Read the first paragraph. It right there. Additionally, Caterpillar offer for the training by Caterpillar personnel of 1,000 Liberians to operate. I say, how let you see it?
Okay, stand on, people that let me end. Thank you. Let me end.
Yeah, come on, man.
So this is exactly the level of lies our friends using on the people. United Party went in a corner, they type something and send it to Mommy and say, go and post it. They post it. Mommy post it. Oh, yeah, they were training 1,000 Liberians. Caterpillar training 1,000 Liberians. Don't forget, Gibson, you actually had it hear me. When we were pregnant, that pregnancy don't go back. It can't be from. So are they training 1,000 Liberians? Listen, Stanton, we must stop.
What's your question?
What's your question? I'm not asking a question. I'm making statements.
No, I know, but I want to understand you, Isaac. Okay. Are you saying are they training 1,000 Liberians now, or will they be training 1,000 Liberians later?
Okay, you don't?
Yeah, I'm asking. We having a conversation, man. Except you want to just don't want to talk.
I'm asking question to me as a statement. Will Caterpillar be training 1,000 Liberians in Liberia? First off, Gibson, the people don't know who they're buying the machine from, but in no time, President Baga said they're training 1,000 from Caterpillar. You don't even know who you're buying it from yet. But Caterpillar training 1,000 Liberians. What kind of confused people are these? Gibson, the people listed 8, then they listed 3, then they say 1. But then there's another letter that said they were treating 1,000. Mommy posted a beautiful day, man, the boy with Joxy. Like we are saying, you stop lying to the people. Why are you guys lying to your partisans this way, man? You said President Baga wrote a letter and say, oh, VP Kun, I accept it. Now go ahead with no further delay. Caterpillar will treat 1,000. Today, we don't even know that Caterpillar bringing a machine. I mean, why are you lying to the poor people this way every day, man? Why are you doing it? Why you keep making
Isaac,
dance?
Isaac, Isaac, the explain for
you. He spoke already.
No, I did not.
Let him finish.
Mama, you intercede for mommy, so why can I intercede for the man,
I know you should know the answer as to why these people keep lying to their partisans. They are not lying to Liberians because Liberians very more than their partisans. The little small partisans they get, why they keep lying to them? After you don't know who you buy machine from, in no time Caterpillar treating 1,000 Liberian to minty. I mean, what kind of a country and government is this? And Stanton coming here to sing all of this song of praises. Oh, you know it was done good. Now, Stanton, why we talking will come to pass? We started it from day one. We still continuing. We were right on the show when Brother Mame was talking about Caterpillar treating 1,000. We thought he said that was a lie. Today it's a lie.
Thank you, Isaac.
We are also saying, oh, they will bring 285 the machine. It will go in the villages. Then it will bring rice up. It's a lie. Why you keep lying to the people, man? Kev, maybe you guys can help me, brother.
Kev, hold on 1 minute. Kev, I beg you, you're close. April 4th. Mommy wrote this. April 4th. You see, ladies and gentlemen, let's just be sincere. And let God spade a spade, right? Sometimes we come over our argument. I believe, Brother Casey, there's a reason why you come on the show every day that we can have a good conversation, Brother Casey. This letter here was written March 27, Brother Casey. March 27, this letter was written. It's very clear. Let me put the whole letter up. And I want you guys to look at the date. Mommy posted this thing April 4th. After this letter was written, March 27. Where is our brother Asido argument here, Casey?
I think you are confused, Anton.
Let me finish. Where is our brother Asido argument here? March, January, February, March, April. March 27, we go to April 4th. We had this document already.
Okay, but Stanton.
I'll come to you, Kev. Wait, my man. The thing come to talk about serious thing, man. Joe, we have brought mission we know, but way back. Yeah, man. Yeah. The thing come to talk that Joe, we are bringing 285.
No, Stanton, let's go to that letter.
But wait, let me finish. So my point I want to make, keep seeing though. March 27 to Mame post April 4. And Mame said, Caterpillar will train 1,000 Liberians to operate and maintain the machine. Keep saying, look at this paragraph. Additionally, Caterpillar offer the training by Caterpillar personnel of 1,000 Liberians to operate and maintain. What did Mame say different?
It's okay, stand on.
Wait, Isaac.
I'm not asking you. Kevin, I'm coming to you.
No, you confused.
No. Let the people understand. Wait. What did Mame say? Ladies and gentlemen, look at what Mame posted 7 days after. When we received this document, we were quiet about it. Mame quoted exactly from this document. Additionally, command, Caterpillars offer for the training by Caterpillar personnel of 1,000 Liberians to operate and maintain the equipment makes it interesting. Amen. Hey, God. Hey,
let me Jerome, let's understand one thing. Stanton, mommy, I will tell you, my brother, I've been there in your shoes. With Stanton like you, he will post all this thing for you. Don't trust it. He will come for you one day. I'll be there. What Isaac is saying to you, what Isaac is saying, it gave you that wrong information to post.
I don't know what's
That's what Isaac is saying.
Pushing the lie.
The lie.
Who are we listening to now?
Yeah, what Isaac is saying, they feed mommy without lies. That's what they do. And mommy is running with the lies. That's all Isaac is saying.
What I'm saying, Stand up. What you
I say nothing.
They lie. Government fed mommy with a
lie. Mommy with the lies.
So who are we listening to?
No, Stanton, but that's making it clear to you. So Isaac is not saying nothing contrary. He's not saying this. Isaac is saying what the government ready to lie, they look for the surrogates.
Can I ask a general question? Can I ask a general question?
And the person
I bet you, Jerry, you were
and the
person that fits, and the person
write your question now. You're coming.
Let me just end with this. You're coming, and the person that fits into that narrative to push a lie with Drafe, that mommy, and I can say this. Mommy Drafe is out of this world. The ball is very, very strict with his Drafe. So they know who to give it. So what Isaac is saying, yes, they said it on the letter, but they look, you say, if we give it to Stanton, Stanton will dig after. Stanton will not put a reputation on. Stanton will not do it. Let's give it to mommy. And mommy will say. That's what Isaac is saying.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Casey?
Look,
here's my concern. Here's my concern. President Boake approved $22 million for the contract. And it looked like they have already selected the person they're going to do that contract. Caterpillar made a proposal of $24 million. You rejected Caterpillar's proposal and accepted Sony's $22 million proposal. Then Caterpillar will come back and train 1,000 people on what contract?
Okay, so let me help you, Casey. And that's why I'm sorry that instead of Jeremy Pierre running to say something nonsense about Edwin Snow, we're helping do his work for the sake of the Liberian people. Let me say this, Gibson. You asked a good question. Look at the letter that was sent to Gumeni for the 22 million. What's the date on it?
I don't have it here, but it should be the 27, right? The March 27 date?
No, this is Gumeni letter, March 6.
Yes.
Right? That's Gumeni letter. Let's look at the letter that was sent to the VP accepting Caterpillar proposal to do business with Caterpillar, because we got to say proposal here. Let's look at this letter. Yes, the letter here. What did tell you, Gibson?
March 27.
So it's 21 days after.
Yes.
So look at the date. The president said 22 million is great. But Gumeni put it in writing. And these are the other benefits that should come to Liberia. 1, training of 1,000 men. 2, the insurance and warranty for so many years. 3, additional spare parts. Gumeni look at it, Gumeni say, I can. I gave you a machine, you gave my 22 million, I go and sit down. You getting the Gibson? I'm trying my best to answer you, and you can ask the question if you want. Thereafter, what happened next? The people see the need of Caterpillar, a worldwide Caterpillar, if that were the going way, because the devil is still in the details, and I'm waiting for Monday to bring out another news on this. A worldwide Caterpillar that you can get the spare parts from Nigeria, Ghana, Liberia, and wherever people get spare parts all over. Probably say, I think we can consider Caterpillar here and talk about the price. But here's the catch. Caterpillar, what is saying? I accordingly interpose no objection to the selection of Caterpillar and direct you, the Prophet attending Jeremiah Kuhn, that you proceed to conclude the acquisition of the equipment as further delay will impact government's credibility. Listen, also taking into consideration that of a payment plan. We're not putting 22 million down or 24 million. It's on a payment plan.
So which one on the payment plan? The 24 or the 22?
But if you look at the offers, Caterpillar is saying 24. So if they will go with Caterpillar, it's 24.
Public Works said the Ministry of Public Works had already given directive to the PPCC and said, give us a restricted bid. We already done our groundwork. The president is approving 22 million. He already made a decision on it.
So then, I agree with you. If the president is bent on 22 million, it means that Caterpillar got to look at that condition and come down to what the government is bent on. If I'm saying to you, if Caterpillar continue with 24 million, that's why they are going in the bidding. If they go in there and say only 24 million we want, and you have another company saying no, we can give you everything, Mr. Liberia, for 21 million or for 22 million, they will go with that. They have 8 companies in there. But Joseph Boaga threshold is 22 million. Mama, you want to ask question? Then Gates will finish up for all to go.
I wanted to, for the sake of the public, I wanted to clarify a few things so that the misinformation and confusion can be addressed. Caterpillar offered in its proposal to train 1,000 Liberians.
In the 24 million proposal?
Yes.
Okay.
Government budget is 22. And like all bidding process, you either bid low or you bid higher, right? You justify why you bid high or you justify why you bid low. Caterpillar is saying, I want to bid higher than your 22. And here are the reasons why. In addition to the machine, I will be training 1,000 Liberians.
Okay, good.
How Caterpillar got to the 1,000 Liberians? Divide 1,000 by 285, you get 3.5. So they divide the shift, 3 shifts, so 3 persons. The 0.5 are the supervisors, are other mechanics, and other people.
Okay.
Are sending to Stanton Caterpillar's Assembly and Training Center built currently in Liberia. Currently, Stanton pull it up for the public.
I mean, the same as show. I'll try to do all this thing tomorrow. Now we want to pull it up.
Why you inflate? I think about time. Mommy, why you in flight?
It's being built.
I mean, why you in flight? I want you to clarify something. I get the line of explanation. Caterpillar made a proposal. Sonny made a proposal. Shanti made a proposal. These 3 proposals, 22, 27, 24. Caterpillar offer additional 1,000 consideration to train people. Now that was May 6, May 20. I mean, May 6, May 27. Around that conversation we're talking about. The latest letter coming from the Public Works is asking for restricted bidding, and they listed 8 institutions that are still within a restricted bidding. Have they chosen Caterpillar? And if yes, is the Caterpillar $24 million being considered, or is Caterpillar considering the 22 million? What is the clarity?
Gibson.
Yeah.
My response here was to the misinformation and misrepresentation of the previous scenario. What is happening going forward?
Yeah.
Or who will be selected? What new proposal Caterpillar will submit, or how that proposal will be? That is not in my purview. I'm speaking to the post that I made and the letter that was presented. My post is saying Caterpillar proposed that they can provide the machines in addition to training 1,000 Liberians. That statement of training 1,000 Liberians is what has gotten people confused because they don't believe in progress.
For what?
They don't believe
So,
again.
mommy, let me say this. This is what is in Liberia as of today. Something Caterpillar is doing currently. We have all these documents. And I'm saying the guys to Chantua too, to see what they are doing. We want to look at the offices. We want to tell the Liberian people whether they don't have one room or two bedroom offices. What are the main business? This 285 yellow machine is big for the country. And this is Liberia we're talking about. So we're not going to give you $22 million and you get one office space in Liberia and find the rest of your offices in Dubai. Caterpillar is building something. And this, I'm sending this phone network there this week that they can report the in and out that they can see.
This is around the seminary area.
Yes. So Damo, you will be going there, you and your team this week, for you to tell the Liberian people what is happening and what Caterpillar is doing. There you have it. Okay? So Gibson, Caterpillar proposal was a game changer into this whole process. Anybody can bid on a $22 million and give Liberia everything that is on that proposal and make it interesting.
Sure. Okay, so here's my final comment. I got you, mommy. I don't even have a problem with you posting 1,000. I mean, anybody can do that. That's okay. My problem is it still look convoluted moving forward. Because here is the reason.
You convolute there until the machine arrives in the country. You don't understand anything, Gibson. You don't want to understand. You don't want to understand the yellow machine thing.
Why? Why shouldn't you understand it? Why?
You want to understand it.
Why? I wouldn't want to understand. I'm asking.
You're confusing yourself.
I'm not confusing.
At the end of the show, I want to say I got to send a birthday greetings to this. The woman love her husband so much, she calling me to our man Terrence D. Want to say happy birthday. This story from your wife, Princess. She basically she working. She couldn't come to Liberia this year to celebrate. Terrence is from the Liberia National Police, a dedicated. And again, I heard he's a Liverpool fan, by the way. And again, we want to say happy birthday to you, brother. Today is 5/25/25. You will never see this in your lifetime. The month 5, the date 25, the year 25. If you didn't know, now you know. 5/25/25. That's his birthday. And the other message they get sent to him, my man, I'm begging you, not today. You wait in Liberia if you want to celebrate your birthday with anything, do it tomorrow. But please be on the phone with me.
Go ahead.
Now what she told me. So I want to say happy birthday to our brother Terrence D. Again, your wife. She loves you and she wishing you all the best. All right. I want to say it was a good show, guys.
Okay, already been telling you to end the show, but that's okay.
I beg you, please.
Looking for one place that does.
Stand up. I
Go
beg
ahead,
you.
James. James, go
Looking
ahead.
for one place that does it all. Come to King V Multiply Post in. Looking for one place that does it all.
There's nothing more left.
Come to King V Multiply Post in Newark.
No. There's
At
something.
King V Multiply Post, we offer photography and printing, flight and travel bookings, money transfer and financial services, graphic design, custom t-shirts, passport photos, business support, and so much more. At King V Multipurpose, we are also specialized in immigration consultation. Visit us today at 515 Clinton Avenue, Newark, New Jersey, or call us on our numbers. Better still, you can email our CEO, King V Swari, King V Multipurpose, where service meets satisfaction.
It's the Win Liberia Jackpot. The Win Liberia Jackpot. The Win Liberia Jackpot on Spoon Talk. Spoon Talk. Yes, the Win Liberia Jackpot is here. For just $200 Liberian dollars, you can win from 20,000 Liberian dollars, 50,000 Liberian dollars, 100,000 Liberian dollars, 200,000 Liberian dollars, 500,000 Liberian dollars, and up to 1 million Liberian dollars. For the Win Liberia Jackpot on Spoon Talk, dial *255*2#. That's *255*2#. The more you play, the better your chances. It's the Win Liberia Jackpot, the Win Liberia Jackpot on Spoon Talk Live for just $200 Liberian dollars.
Thank you very much. We're going to end with the commercial there. I want to say, Mami, come on, let's close the show.
Something about
Thanks to the producer, Dama Slanger. Dama, come on, let's close the show. Dama, go ahead, what you say?
Yeah, I want to say something about this Win Liberia. I was talking to someone today from the Lottery Authority, a friend there, and they were telling me that Win Liberia seems to be one of the most credible lottery entities in Liberia. According to them, when you are playing and the draw is coming up, they can see exactly how the draw is going. Unlike many others where you can't see it, you just know who wins, who don't win, how the person win, how they didn't win, you only know. But this one, so the people can really see it, looking at the numbers going, coming, and then they pick the winner. Someone was telling me that even they knew someone who won some money. The person didn't think, because they always thought, you know what, no matter how many times we play these things, we can never win. So even when you try, you won't win. And they said the guy played and he won. He was shocking because he know nobody over there. So I think it's a good thing to have a Liberian. Most of these things have been owned by foreigners, I think. I think there's
and I think we should push it. You're quite correct.
Right.
Yeah. Thank you very much, Asido. I want to say thank you to you, Mami. Thank you, Cap Hassan, Minister Asido, former deputy minister that's still getting people car in the garage. I want to say thank you. Gibson Jerry, as always, and Dama Slanger. Yes, a good show. Thank you, guys. I want to say to all of you all that have followed us today, thank you. Let me give a quick announcement. Dylan is here in the state. We'll be bringing Dylan on the Spoon Talk. Again, we're going to talk. Young Twine is here. He's in Minnesota also. We'll be talking to Young Twine. Young Twine and myself chatted today. Koga is here. I heard that he's coming on my end, New Jersey, Pennsylvania area. People are waiting over here to see him. Great guy is here. They attended a NEMA meeting in Minnesota. It was great. But again, we'll bring you update. But listen to the message from Young Twine, a powerful one, to the group yesterday. And I followed it. It was great. Again, I want to say to all of you, come back tomorrow. Listen, we got a lot of good stuff for you. And because of you, we are here. Let's make Liberia better. May God bless you. May God keep you. And may God save our state. 5/25/25. Good night. Thank you, Donna.
Oh, I thought we're closing. The minute may I close.
You want to know what happened in the ministry?